I got my scarf, got my old coat. I got a 40 game to go to. 40's on, 40's here again. Back to greet me like an old friend. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. I'll meet a friend outside the ground. We'll argue over who's gonna win. He'll go for his team, I for mine. We'll watch him slug it out right to the end. And show me the crowd and I'll take my place. I'm hungry for the taste of it. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what football means to me. That's how I like my footy to be. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about.
Welcome everyone to Filming Footy's coverage of the Hills Football League Game of the Round. I'm Jeff Pistola and the Call the Wild team are here today at German Arms Oval in Hahndorf for a most anticipated Hills Division 1 Round 13 fixture between the hosting Magpies and the Lobethal Tigers. And not only a battle which could decide the minor premiership, with both teams currently locked on 11 wins apiece, but also the 2022 Courier Cup is up for grabs with the trophy and prize money on offer in the mid-season competition. So plenty on offer here this afternoon, and also on offer is the usual high standard here in the commentary box as we say good afternoon to Benny Goldfinch.
Oh, Pistols, great to be here from German Arms Oval in Hahndorf, as you said. Just a little bit of sun peeking through here, we like that, and thanks very much to the Hahndorf Football Club for setting us up just around from the coaching box here. So very much looking forward to this big clash. Of course, Lobethal only losing one match along with Hahndorf as well. Lobethal's only loss this season was against Hahndorf earlier in the season under lights, but Jaden will explain all the stats that matter shortly.
Yes, and a great segue there, Benjamin, as the top two sides get set to rumble. It's great to have our own highly ranked stats guru on board. Hello once again to Jaden J. Hill.
Cheers, thanks Pistols. Goldie, great to be here. Should be a cracking contest. Yeah, like you said, Goldie, last time these two teams played, it was a close contest with, but unfortunately Lobethal kicked 5-15, going down by 10 points against Hahndorf. But it's a Courier Cup final, and Hahndorf have won every one since 2015, so be interesting to see how they go today.
Absolutely, and I think Lobie have won 4, the last one in 2002, so a long time between drinks as far as the Courier success goes. And of course, the fantastic filming footy crew are here this afternoon. Of course, our producer Tomia, and good to see Master Cameraman James is back in the fold this afternoon. And also nice again to welcome our listeners through the Hills region on Lofty 88.9 FM, which is taking our calls.
Or lofty.org.au, Pistols. Good stuff.
Yeah, so, and once again, you and Tommy are out doing your usual pre-match visits.
We were, yes.
So.
Yes, we went down, had a chat to, I had a chat to Lobethal captain Alex Giorgio. Pistols, of course, background playing for Norwood as well as Melbourne, and he's the captain this year. So I reckon we'll go to that interview now, Pistols, just on the park bench near the cricket nets here at Hahndorf. So here's a chat with Alex Giorgio, the captain of Lobethal.
Hi, this is Matt Golding from the Hahndorf Football Club, and you're watching the best of the Hills footy.
G'day, this is Alex Giorgio of the Lobethal Football Club. You're here watching the best of the Hills football.
All right, pre-game here from German Arms Oval in Hahndorf, joined by Lobethal Tigers captain Alex Giorgio. Alex, thanks for joining us.
No worries, mate. Good to be on.
Hey, firstly, today Courier Cup final. Guys haven't won this since 2002, same year as the Premiership. Obviously not the be-all and end-all, but still something up for grabs today.
Yeah, it'd be very nice to put something in the trophy cabinet. It's been a long time, obviously. Yeah, I think if we're going to beat them today, it's probably a good sign for things to come.
Hey, also a big night for the club tonight, the Hall of Fame dinner. Last one was, I think, 2018, something like that. You've attended a few. Big night for the club?
Yeah, of course, it's always good that, well, it's a great club that does recognise the past players and the things that people put into the club, not just players. And yeah, like I went to the last one, it was a great night, and yeah, it means a lot for a lot of people who put a lot of time into the club.
I mean, the club's had some incredible players over the years, and this group in particular. Great honour for you to be captain this year.
Yeah, I'm a Lobethal guy through and through. I grew up at the footy club and spent a lot of time here, even when I was downtown. Look, being captain is just a formality, really. Doesn't change anything. I really do, and it's just something that we've got a lot of leaders in our group, and that's what makes us a good side.
What sort of leader are you, both on and off field? How do you like to go about it?
I think the guys would say on field I'm a bit grumpy. I'm probably a little bit demanding of a few, but I think I've always been one to probably try and set a good example for my teammates. I try and do all the right things and be a player that someone wants to play with. Off field, look, I'm probably a little bit time poor. I probably don't put as much time into it off the field as I possibly could do, but no, I think at this level it's important to just get around the guys and just be a popular guy amongst the group.
One loss so far this season, correct? I think that was the night match against Hahndorf, and by all accounts probably should have got over the line in that one. How have you seen the season so far?
Yeah, I think if someone said at this time of year, if we're 11-1, you're obviously going to take that. Look, Hahndorf played a very disciplined style of football that night, and that's why they won the game. We probably had a little bit more of the footy, but geez, we could burn it going forward. So we played some really good patches of footy. Look, we've had some games that we're not quite played at our best, but good teams managed to win in those circumstances. And if we're going to be any chance today, we're going to have to play some of our best footy, I reckon.
What's encouraged you most about this group this season after, I think, straight sets in last year's final series with quite a few injuries? But what have you noticed about this group this year?
It wasn't quite straight sets last year. We beat Onkers.
Sorry,
we
that's
beat
right,
Onkers,
that's right. You did in that last kick of the game
that
sort of
was
job.
good.
Sorry about that.
No, that's right. It was a good game. I think the biggest difference between this year and last year is what we're getting from our sort of mid to lower tier players. Yeah. So I think the top end of town, there's a lot of good players there who've played a lot of good footy, but we're not relying on those sort of guys to get it done every week. So you look at your Ben Prings, your Matt Scrobies, they're the guys who are really having a serious impact on our group and almost being our most important players. So the rest of us old fellas can just sort of play a role.
And just for our viewers out there and listeners who are unsure of Alex Giorgio's background, born and bred Lobethal, coming through the ranks, and then Norwood and Melbourne. Just take us through that.
I was a bit not born and bred Lobethal. I was a bit of a late comer to football. I think I started playing at Lobethal when I was about 13 or 14. Mm-hmm. That was when I first started playing footy. Probably only played 1 or 2 years there, and then went down to Norwood and played in the junior grades down there, and played up here a little bit when I wasn't getting picked. And then so I played at Norwood. I made the league side in 2010 and played there until 2020.
How many premierships?
I only played in 2 because I did spend 1 year at Melbourne, so I missed out in the 2014 grand final. But yeah, it was a bit of fun over there in the AFL, which was something far above wherever I thought I would get. But yeah, a bit of hard work paid off.
Fantastic, and obviously Dean Turlick involved there, and a few of the Norwood teammates in the league at the moment. That must be a bit of fun playing with them and against them.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, I guess, when you've got a few up here, more come sort of thing. So I think I had a big. It's awesome to play footy with Griggy again. He's a really good guy and pretty handy footballer. And even like Aiden, I played with him at Melbourne and against him at Sturt, and it's just good to have the Hills is such an accessible league that it's great that we can get a few of these guys back to spend the back end of their careers, and I think it has a real impact on the club.
A final couple of ones. How do you like to go about preparation? We're about moving towards 2 o'clock now. How do you like to go about it, and the rest of the lads?
My preparation's probably not ideal. I was on the tools from about 6 till 12:30 today, and then quickly put my footy gear on and come down here. But that's an unfortunate thing when you run your own business. You only got so much time to get work done. I've never been a big warrior about preparation. I just sort of do what my normal day looks like and then come and play a game of footy. So pretty laid back guy. Some of the guys take it really seriously. Some of the other blokes have a laugh. There's a mixed batch, but yeah, I think it's as long as you're ready to go at 2:30 or whenever we start, that's all that matters.
All right, Alex. I think last time Lobethal won here was 2015 or something like that. So Yeah, all the best today for the lads.
I actually reckon I might have been at that game as watching. That was the year Lobie were quite strong. I remember
Yep,
Timmy and
prelim,
that,
I think.
And then Hahndorf really got their gear together. Well, got their stuff together late in the season and ended up winning it, didn't they? Is that right?
2015, yeah. Came from elimination final, so yeah.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Good on you, Alex. All the best.
Yeah, back here in the Call the Wild live, and once again some very good pre-match work there, Benny, by yourself, and of course Tommy, and we're just seeing a few shots here of the pre-match in the rooms.
Ivan Copley, Paramount Elder, just having a chat to the Lobethal players because important game today, Indigenous round.
Part of NIDOT.
That's it,
festivities.
So, and there's Matt Golding just rezzing up
big
his
fella.
troops pre-match, and a few of the Parker Boars getting ready. It's Troy, obviously he's going to be, I think, in the Eastern Zone squad next year. That's Joel.
Yep.
So all part of the pre-match.
Fantastic, and of course, as we said here today at Hahndorf Oval for the Courier Cup final, and also, as you said, special round, Indigenous round. Hahndorf, I know various clubs do it throughout the season here in the Hills Football League, but Hahndorf, of course, wearing their Indigenous jumper, and we have the great man here, Jane J. Hill, playing the male model. So there's the design of the jumper here. Benny, just take us through that.
Yeah, no, just got a little bit of an explanation here. Pistols, the three pictures along the top are all people meeting together, young and old. The centre wave-like picture represents Hahndorf or Bukatilli, a place to swim, women's water holes. The centre picture of people is Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people meeting at the Hahndorf Football Club. And the footprints are the ever-present Paramount ancestors and Paramount shields at the bottom representing the Paramount cultures. And we just get Jaden to flick it around just on the back.
Here, a model. Should have got you to put it on, Jaden. Jay.
The back picture represents people coming from other places or clubs to meet and compete at the Hahndorf Football Club. So, just have a little look at the front again, Jaden. Beautiful design. And
Fantastic.
Ivan Copley was behind that design there.
Fantastic. We see a lot of, thanks Jaden, we see a lot of the clubs, as I said, getting behind it. They all have their different stories to be told by their Indigenous footballers involved in the club.
Very much so, Pistols.
Yeah, fantastic. So as I said here today at Hahndorf, or the German Arms Oval to be given its correct title, of course we've got to thank our usual supporters for our worldwide Call the Wild stream, of course filming footy, Sports Interactive, Dartfish, and of course the HFL sponsors, very important. Police Credit Union, West End at Sports Power, Sharon, the Courier newspaper, Rossdale Homes, MAC and Closey Supermarket. And of course, very importantly today, the club sponsors for the Hahndorf Football Club, Harcourts, Adelaide Hills, Rossdale Homes, Hagen Menzel Contractors, Hogan Insurance Solutions, and of course Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers.
Yeah.
And for the visiting Lobethal Tigers, Closey Supermarkets, they sponsor everything over here, Benny. Thomas Foods International, GE Hughes Constructions, Lot 100 at Miss Matt's Brewing, Lone Cove Financial Services, Kleeman Funerals, and Quick Copy. So we say once again a big thank you to all those supporting businesses for community football.
Pistols, this rivalry between Hahndorf and Lobethal over recent years in particular has certainly been building up. Grand finals in 2020. Of course, Lobethal beat Hahndorf in that incredible second semi-final to end their winning streak of well over 40. And of course, they met earlier in the season. So it's got the makings of another classic today.
Well, I said the Courier Cup competition, for our viewers, it's a mid-season competition based on the top two teams throughout the grades at the midway part of the season. So next time they play in the second half of the season, they play off with the Courier Cup. But in the A-grade situation, also $500 prize money. So it's not to be sniffed at, and just the prestige. It's probably a good form guide too towards the premiership. As you said, this has been going since 1984. Actually, Lobethal won the first two during their golden era. Funnily enough, the premierships those years were won by Hahndorf.
Is that right?
So there you go. They followed up in 1996 and 2002, which was actually their last premiership season. Hahndorf have made the trophy virtually their own. They actually hold the record. They've won it 13 times since 1984, including the past 7. But in the state of the fortress set here at German Arms Oval, Lobethal have defeated Hahndorf at Pine Avenue on 2 successive seasons, Benny, back in 2014 and 15, but not since. And I think Lobethal coming this game, won their past 7 matches in succession. Hahndorf won their past 5 in a row, so both 1-loss this season.
And Jaden's got the
And
stat
Jaden's
for
got
when
the,
they
the final
last
stats.
lost at Hahndorf. When
Yeah,
was the
so when
last
they-
time they lost at Hahndorf?
Yeah, so round 8 2016, actually 2,233 days to the last loss. So we've actually had 3 prime ministers since then as well.
Wow.
So
How many leaders of the opposition, Jade,
who leaders of the opposition?
in that
What?
time?
There'll be a few, wouldn't there?
Well, there would be a few.
There'll be a few.
It's all right.
But
3
the
prime
stat,
ministers,
but the,
wow.
yes, but the stat I have is there's actually 4 players from that day is playing today. So, would you guys like to guess who they are?
Scott Perling,
Yeah,
Daniel Roberts,
that's within both sides.
So no,
Oh,
so
the
from
Hahndorf
the
side, of course.
Hahndorf
Daniel
side, yeah.
Roberts, Scott Perling, and
Wow.
So there's 4 of them.
Daniel Roberts.
Trent Mail.
So
Who we got?
they are Matthew Roberts and Luke Roberts, Jacob Leake and Sam Williams. They are the
Still on the
4.
list.
Still on the list.
So,
Of course,
yeah,
the Roberts
playing
boys,
today.
Roberts not playing today.
So playing today. So from the list here.
2 of them.
So
Yep.
yeah. So
The 2 Roberts boys. Just talking to President Graham Kaiser, Benny informed me Lukey Roberts will be back next week.
He's over
Bolster-
gallivanting around.
Yeah, he's
Europe, isn't he?
gallivanting, chasing the bulls and doing all the stuff, Tour de France. But he said Matt Roberts, maybe we've seen the last of him through business.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe it's Olympic Park, Olympic Hire tent here that we're sitting in. But anyway, so
Olympic Party High.
anyway, it's the 2 sides are about to make their way onto the ground here.
As you speak, Hahndorf have just run on pistols.
Yep, just giving you the reserves score, and then the win to the Magpies, who remain undefeated, if I'm right, in the reserves competition here. They've 13-10 defeated, I think, 3rd placed Lobethal 7-3. So just typifying the depth they have here at Hahndorf Football Club at the moment. Jade,
yeah. So
stats that matter?
So stats that matter. So the average margin between the 2 teams is 53.84. The average margin at Hahndorf between the 2 teams is actually 64. So the 10-goal margin, Pistols, hopefully is a lot closer than that. So be very interesting to see how these 2 teams go today. The average winning margin for Lobethal this year is 49.1 compared to Hahndorf is 55.8. So both teams have had some big wins this season. Hahndorf actually averaged a margin of 73 at Hahndorf this year. So look out Lobethal, so it'll be very interesting. And it's actually only twice the 2nd place team after halfway through the season has won the Courier Cup since 2010. So Hahndorf did it in 2017 where they played Blackwood here and Hahndorf were actually 2nd.
Yep,
Halfway,
I get you.
Yep. And they won that, and also Mount Barker was 2nd compared to Radler 1st in 2011, and Mount Barker won that. So,
So what we're saying, it's
yeah.
not a very good thing to win the Courier Cup.
well, what I'm saying is,
carry
if you
through.
if you finish first at the halfway through the season, then you're more of a chance of winning the Courier Cup. So,
And of course,
yeah.
as we've said, Hahndorf have won it the last 7 years.
Yes,
And of course,
yeah.
they've won the last 5, 4 flags in a row. 5 out of the last 6 premierships.
Yeah.
And we said Lobie's last flag 20 years ago.
yes, yeah.
So interesting there. So 2 sides, the senior sides, and the reserves look like they're going to come together. As I said, Ivan Copley doing the Indigenous design jumper today, and Graham Kaiser, the erstwhile president, and Travis Blundell, the president of Lobie, getting together, because I think there's going to be a little bit of the Indigenous smoking ceremony commencing shortly. You can just see in our screen. It's James Davis taking in everything that's happening here this afternoon at German Arms Oval. So the players gathering there. We might take a pause here, boys, and see if we can listen to the words of Graham Kaiser, the president of Hahndorf Football Club. You see him in the centre of the screen. Of course, the umpires gathering as well. Great scenes here.
Thank you,
So
ladies.
Graham Kaiser.
Welcome to German Arms Oval. As part of NAIDOC Week today, we are playing our Indigenous round. A special thank you to our committee man, James Crocker, for organising today. Thanks, Jim. And a big thank you to Travis Blundell and players and the Lobethal committee and coaches for agreeing to take part in today's activities. Thank you to Ivan Copley and Karen Judd for the design of our jumpers here today. I now ask Ivan to do the welcome to country and perform a small smoking ceremony. Please enjoy the day.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I'll just start off by giving you a welcome to country here on Paramount land up at Book and Till here, Hahndorf. Oh, no, there it goes. Nanari, Ivan, Tiwu, Copley, Watch, Nanari, Yarchana, Ghana, Yarchana, Paramount. Nachi, Yakandalia, Nailan, Tremandi, Nuttingeri, Narunga, Ghana, Nachu, Mongoli, Kunapuna, Nayar, Tandan. And what I said there was just introduce myself quickly, and then I mentioned the adjoining nations to the Mount Lofty Ranges, and then I said Aboriginal, non-Aboriginal people, I'm glad you came here on this land here to compete and meet together, and may the ancestral beings make this a really good game for you here today. So, I'm just going to go around and do a quick smoking ceremony before everyone freezes and gets cold again, and that's just to set the game as it's been done for tens of thousands of years. Get everyone ready, equal playing field, all ready to go, and then get into it. All right, thank you very much. My pleasure.
Thank you, Ivan, and thanks everybody for taking part today. And good luck, boys. Let's have a great game. I'm sure it will be.
You guys ready to come back in?
Thank you very much, Ivan, and once again thanks to the Lobethal Footy Club for we really do appreciate it. Thanks. We'll catch you around after the game.
Hopefully you don't get any problems, Steve. Okay, we're back live here, and a wonderful ceremony there between the two clubs celebrating Indigenous round, NAIDOC week, between the Lobethal Tigers and Hahndorf, of course, wearing their Indigenous design Guernsey today by Ivan Copley and Karen Judd involved as well. So both sides have now split and gone to the respective ends. You can smell that smoke coming through there. Beautiful. Good work. Actually, I tell you what, he wants to keep that fire going, because I tell you, balmy conditions here at Hahndorf, I think not. It's about 8 degrees, so everyone will be crowding around to keep their hands warm, I reckon, on Ivan Copley's fire there. But a great ceremony there, Benny, and just bringing the culture of our Indigenous First Nation people. So, much to look forward to, as we said here on the Call to Wild. Very anticipated game. The two current heavyweights of the Hills Football League, Hahndorf and Lobethal, of course, one loss for each of them. Hahndorf winning the first encounter, which was under lights out at Lobethal earlier in the season by 10 points. But as Jaden J. Hill reflected, I think they kicked 5 goal 15 or something.
Yes, 5 goal 15.
It was a low scoring
45
night game. But so they do. Over the 50 years, or even further, the 5 decades of the Hills Football League, they have had a pretty rich and respected rivalry, these two clubs, Ben.
Oh, very much so, Pistols. As they got the coin toss here, Sam Williams and Alex Giorgio, Mick Taylor officiating. Sam Williams won the toss for Hahndorf, and he's going to kick towards the Pine Avenue end in this first term, or the scoreboard end of the ground, right of your dial.
Yep, right of your
screen, right of your dial. Of course, on
88.9.
Lofty 88.9. Adelaide Hills Community Radio.
Because it's been mentioned, the men in green this afternoon getting themselves ready for the big game, so they bring in the big guns, Benjamin. Mickey Taylor and Andrew Holmes, the field umpires. James O'Leary, Steve George Dent running the boundary, experienced Academy boys here this afternoon. And of course, Alan Ajax Axford and the equally experienced Chris Tanner will be the men waving the flags this afternoon.
Sensational. So. And of course, we're on Filming Footy YouTube, Pistols, or Call of the Wild Facebook page, or also the Hills Football League Facebook page, and I think Hahndorf and Lobethal also taking the stream. So all set for a big clash. They'll most likely meet later in the season, I'm sure, at some stage. But today, Courier Cup up for grabs.
Because Lobethal won a few sides in the last few years to have defeated Hahndorf. They beat them in the second semi in the 2020 season.
Yep.
And of course, Blackwood knocking over the Magpies earlier this year, and of course Mount Barker back in 2018, I think. So sensational record this Hahndorf Magpies team has put together, so it'll be interesting to see if they can continue it. As I said, they come in pretty well locked together, a loss each. Lobie have scored 47 points more this season.
Jaden's eager to get in here.
Yes.
But the Dorf have conceded 113 less, so
over to you, Jaden.
Yes, yeah, so we're very interested to see how the first quarters go, boys, because 27.2 is what Hahndorf average at Hahndorf in the first quarter. So it'll be very interesting to see how they go. Lobethal average a score of 19.8 in the first quarter. And just on Hahndorf's awesome streak, so 47 home games they have won in a row. So yes, wow. There's the streak, boys. So 2,233 days since their last loss here at German Arms Oval.
Jack Kleeman, Henry Pedler coming off to the bench, Pistols, along with Cameron Zander for Hahndorf.
Yep.
And the midfield, this will be the key here. We got Mitch
absolutely.
Grigg in there. We got Cooper Luke. Braidwood's going to go head-to-head with Big Dan Roberts. He'll love that. Sam Hayden's in there. Troy Parker Bors, Matt Fuller. We're ready for a classic.
Yeah, plenty of appetising battles around the ground here. So we're underway. Round 13 action. German Arms Oval. Braidwood gets the ball out into Fuller. He's tackled. Gets a handball out. No one in particular. Gathered there. Still on the edge of the cricket pitch area.
Purling a post to Mitch Carter. Looking forward to that one.
Leading goal kicker, almost against the league's, or one of the leading defenders, as has been for a long time. The GOAT. Ball comes out here. So finally it's Hahndorf going forward for Troy Parker Bos. Mitch Jeggin with a sport. Hoff.
Love that.
Checking.
A good start for the Magpies.
35 seconds. Score on the board.
Let's have a look at that again. That was slick, Jaden.
Yeah, it sure was. Great start by Hahndorf. Definitely not what Lobethal had in mind. So, be interesting to see how they can respond.
So he's been in fantastic form this season. Pistol, I think he kicked 6 against the Raiders a few rounds ago, and now he's kicked first today. He's kicked 26 for the season. So back in the middle, Dan Roberts against young Braidwood. D-Rob loves the challenge. Braidwood's been in fantastic form this season for the Tigers. Large reason behind their impressive record of 11-1, same as Hahndorf. First versus second on the ladder. Umpire Mick Taylor throws the ball up. So away we go. Hahndorf on the ball early through Cooper Hoff. Mitch Grigg set upon him in a double tackle there by Sam Williams and Troy Parker Bors. Well aware of the Jill McGarry medalist presence is Scroby. He goes out to Mick Waters, he'll be looking to get on that left boot here, Pistols, or maybe he's looking for a bit of support. Beautifully done there by the comb over Ingram. Kicks it towards true centre half forward area. Ball's bouncing around half forward line. Ball handball out. Ben Salt was eager in the warm up, and that's a lovely kick into the pocket. And Cooper Hoff looking lively early.
So, opening stages of the opening term here, of course brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills here at German Arms Oval, and Hahndorf looking very slick. As Benny Goldfinch said, they thrive on a challenge, and they certainly know today they're coming up against a side.
Daniel Zander involved in the lead up there as well, Pistols.
Yep, coming up against a side who's sitting equal with them on the premiership table. So Hoff already on the board after 35 seconds, a chance to get his second within the first 3 minutes.
He's a lovely kick of the football.
Just drifts across.
I reckon he's kicked it.
Well, drifts
loved
through.
it as soon as it hit the boot. Great transition from Hahndorf. And there are 2 goals inside 2 minutes. Of course, Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard. Hahndorf on the board. 2 in 2 minutes. Thanks very much. So back in the middle. Let's have a look at that kick again. He's a lovely kick of the football, Cooper Hoff. That's his 27th for the season. He's now 2 behind the Hahndorf leading goal kicker in Cooper Nykamp. So Braidwood. See if the Tigers can get a little bit of action here from the middle. Sam Hayden opposed to Mitch Gregg. Dan Roberts against Braidwood. Roberts won it down. Here's Troy Parker Ball's Pistols, who started brilliantly in the midfield. Centre half forward area. Offhand Salt. I think that was Hoff again trying to get a kick away, but this time he's deemed holding the ball, so the Tigers have an opportunity through Stafford to get a little bit of momentum out of their back half.
Yeah, gets out teammate here in Fuller, sells a bit of candy, gets around that trusty left, puts up the wing area. Oh, big leap there. Here's Riley, the playing coach, got the ball on there. Little dribble kick forward. Leake will be the first to get there. He's got support there, gets it to a teammate there in Joel Parker. Bowles and this is up the wing. Good defensive work there by Fuller, puts the ball over the line in the interchange gate area. Just quickly mentioned, a bit hard to pick up. I didn't realise Troy Parker Bowles without the familiar helmet this afternoon.
Yes.
Jaden J.
Yes. And just on Cooper Hoff, guys, he previously only scored 2 goals against Lobethal. Now he's already scored 2. So there you go.
One of the impressive players this season. Braidwood got it down to Cooper Luke. Kicks inside 50. Carter versus Perling. Oh, Carter put up the right mitt. Here's Perling. He gets the handball out to Trent Mail. Half back line for the Magpies. Kicks the ball along the wing. Hoff's the target. Couple of Tigers fly high. Here's Jenkin, Mitch Variety. Handball intercepted by Zabian Parker Ballers. Goes to Cooper Hoff. And that's held up half forward line for Hahndorf. 4.5 minutes gone. Free kick here for Hahndorf.
Yeah, he has applied. He said the dumps. It's up by Hoff. So Hoff looking for support. Goes around, finally gets the handball. Got to see the Parker Bowles. Troy Variety puts it forward. Nykamp was a target. Could it be a push out? No. Relieving the pressure there is Collins. Finally gets it out to the Sheriff and Elliott. Gets it back here. Breaking through there. Lobethal clear it and find the safe hands of Mitch Grigg.
So Carter's long here versus Perling. He might get the carry. Goes out towards the wing. That's a beautiful kick. Wouldn't expect anything less from the Jill McGarry medalist. Finds a team out here in Ben Curry. So Curry, he goes a short pass. Finds Matt Fuller, playing coach over the last few years. Now Aidan Riley, of course, captain for Lobethal. Kicks the ball to half forward line, but that's chopped out there by Gribble, and he's off to the races.
So Gribble works it on the Yench wing, puts it forward over the top of the pack. First, the Squids lurking. Here's Hahndorf, though, relentless already in this opening term. Of course, brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. On that occasion, it was Daniel Zander, ball bundled out over the wing. So pretty good conditions here, and actually the sun breaking through the clouds here, which we'd like to see. But it wouldn't suggest the temperature would be much more than, say, 12, 13 degrees here this afternoon. So
we'll get Jaden onto that.
Yeah, we'll get Jaden to tell us as the ball has been retrieved. So we'll have a boundary thrown right around from the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers, which reads Hahndorf 2 straight, Lobie yet to score.
First 2 goals of the match inside 2 minutes to Cooper Hoff to get the Magpies up and about. So it's tight in the pocket. Tigers cleared the ball outside of defensive line. Hard approach on the ball there, looked like by Braidwood. And a couple of the Hahndorf players pushing and shoving. I think Braidwood with it. No, it's Cooper Skinner, I should say. So Cooper Skinner, half the majority of the ground now in sunshine. Goes a short pass to Mitch Gregg. Checking where the man on the mark is. 2 goals to Hahndorf. Lobethal yet to score. 7 minutes gone. Courier Cup final 2022 from German Arms Oval in Hahndorf. Got a player on in here in the middle of the ground in Mitch Jenkin, the vice captain. So Jenkin goes out to the wing. 1-on-1 contest. It'll be Stafford versus Nick Ingram. Ingram is held up about 60 metres out from Lobethal's goal. Pistols. And we'll see if the Tigers can go inside 50.
So, umpire Taylor pitches it up. Braidwood taps it cleverly over the back towards Fuller. Tries to thread his way past. Good tackle applied at him by the Pies skipper in Sammy Williams. So once again, umpire Taylor will come and ball it. So now, sun-blessed ground here in Hahndorf. 7 minutes expired. Fuller lost control of the ball.
Oh, Stafford is gone.
The boy from Lenswood ducked the chutney, but holding the ball, says umpire Taylor. So Sammy Williams, with the resultant free kick wing area, thought about playing. Oh, it gets it to Troy Parker Bowles, who probably really didn't want it. And I'll tell you what, that could be holding. Ooh,
not paid that one.
Opportunity.
Can we have a look at the replay of that, Tommy?
Yeah, it was interesting there because Parker Bowles probably really didn't want that ball. But anyway.
Have a look at the replay here, Pistols. He's keen to move it on quickly. Just weren't quite on the same page there.
Ball comes down here. It's a chance for Williams. Fends off the plate, gives it back to big Daniel Roberts, who just tries to burst his way through. Got a clearing handball to Hoff, who's already an excitement machine. Ball comes out here to young Riley Skinner. Gives it across to Mitch Grigg. Puts it out wide towards Cooper Skinner. Good contest on the wing. Ball spills free. Lobethal trying to go on the ball. Finally comes back to Cooper Skinner, but in the meantime, the whistle is gone. There'll be a free kick out there in the distance. Could be,
I think it's Curry.
Curry in the white boots, I think.
Yeah, he goes a short pass, chopped out there nicely by Daniel Zander. I think it was their Pistols.
Actually, hard to believe we are in July and actually the sun in our eyes, so just bear with us, as you probably see on the screen. Really bright conditions here at the moment, which is great. Good crowd in the house, and why not a big game here this afternoon for the Courier Cup final.
Okay, so boundary throw in, centre wing, out of side, 9 minutes gone. Hahndorf started well through Cooper Hoff. Here's the Magpies once again going in through attacking 50 through Dylan Hopgood, who played for Lobethal in that 2020 grand final.
Actually played in Lobethal's last win over him.
That's right.
In that second semi. So
Cooper Luke coming off the ground. Aidan Riley coming on. Playing coach.
And of course also waiting to come on the ground, a very famous name at Lobethal, the Kleeman name, but Jack Kleeman, of course, trading his wares at Hahndorf.
Yes, because his dad was a male medalist, as you said, Pistols. Got the Hall of Fame later on tonight, Tigers. He'll be there, emceeing. In the moment he's watching his son play against his former side.
Parker Bowles involved there, I think, on the outer.
Yep. Quite a few brothers in this Hahndorf lineup.
Yes, there should
3
be.
Parker Bowles, 2 Leaks.
They'll get in on the family chicken, no doubt.
Roberts when they play. Of course, the
Speaking of Roberts, Daniel got the tap
Hopgoods
down
as well.
Ball threaded out there. Finally a kick away. I think it was Sammy Hayden gets it forward.
Oh,
Bounce off the chest. Here's a chance here. Ball flicked out here. Around the corner shot there.
just missed.
I think it might have been Cameron Zander. So for a minor score. So Hahndorf, that's their first minor score of the afternoon. They're 2-1 to Lobethal yet to score on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard. 10.5 minutes expired opening term here.
Okay. So kick in from Alex Giorgio, captain of Lobethal. Kicks the ball outside of defensive 50. I found a beautiful target there. Nice work, Huster. He goes further in up the line, but that's not the best kick, and gives an opportunity here to Sam Hayden to kick the ball inside 50 and a pinpoint pass. Thanks for coming, Ben Salt. Kicked 16 goals this season. Of course, had a bit of a go at the Crows in the SANFL.
Pretty talented all-round sportsman too.
Yeah, cricket.
Already the dog of the day, having a look through the
Spot that.
hoardings
That
there.
might be Jasper.
Could be Jasper, yes. So Benny Salt, as Benny Golvich said, aiming for his 7th for the season. Gives it a good
Hit the post.
The post.
Giving it a good shake.
So 2-2 now to yet to get on the score. But Hahndorf been a bit notorious the last few weeks when they've been pushed. In fact, being behind at half-time for slow starts. They certainly came out the gates here. 2 goals in the first 2 minutes.
Sabian Parker-Balls takes a beautiful floating mark. Centre pitch area. Just a little bit, the crowd, a little bit quiet at the moment. Maybe just start from the Magpies.
I tell you what, it's going to maybe get extended even further. Very good grab there.
Tigers are definitely on the back foot early, and that's a beautiful mark
Niekamp.
by Cooper Niekamp.
That's their leading spearhead, 29 goals for the season. So we see Parker Bowles with the ball. Zabian just puts it up, and what a great player is in the air, Cooper Niekamp.
And he's kicked the goal, so the
pretty good
Magpies
at kicking the ball as well. So.
Hey, got a message earlier this afternoon from Andrew Ozalekna, who's tuned in again. Pistols once again with Phil Heinrich, I think it is.
Up in sunny Queensland.
Yeah.
With the brolly.
He actually said, shout out from Littlehampton to Rockhampton. Tuning in to the big game. Cheers, Aussie. There you go.
Well, good to see that the Call of the Wild has been picked up worldwide and even in Queensland.
So, yeah, Tigers on the back foot. Pistols.
Yeah, 12 and a half gone in the opening term. It's
3-2, 19. Yep, sorry.
Yep. Adelaide Hills. But, the Tigers perhaps not concerned just yet.
Not yet. Plenty of time.
A couple more. So back in the centre. Looks like it's Zabian Parker-Bowles doing a cop-out and ruck for Daniel Roberts. Bouncing ball. Ball spills out here. Closing is Cooper Skinner. Edge of the cricket pitch. Goes to ground. Over in magnificent condition here.
Beautiful.
2 goal. We must mention that. Well done to the Hahndorf club for their maintenance of the
A lot of love put into this ground.
So
a lot of success, obviously.
Yeah. Hack forward there. The Pies bouncing ball. Giorgio perhaps being held on there. The Squid, your man, pre-match. So the experienced Squid, Giorgio, gets a free kick and finds a man right out in the wing.
Yep, he's got a player on the wing. Kicked, trying to get the lace out pass out of Mitch Carter versus Burling. Carter worked his way in that situation brilliantly and spots up a teammate there in Curry. About 45 metres out from goals. Kicked 13 goals for the season, and he goes in turn to Collins, I reckon it is.
Yep, Collins out wide.
He's kicked 13 goals as well. Had a bit of time at Norwood. Eyes are darting here, Pistols. Probably just on his limit. Is he going to lob it up? He is going to lob it up right to the goal square. Braidwood's down there, the big fella, off hand dangerously, and Nick Ingram sees it through for a minor score.
So they're on the board. Finally a minor score in that, but after 14 minutes of play here in the opening term, brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills at German Arms Oval. So 3-2 to Magpies. The Tigers 1 behind. So ball out the inside wing. Ball comes out here to Daniel Zander. Sends it forward. Good defensive ball from behind. Ball spills. Good follow-up work there. Flicks it out. Teammate streaming forward. Good solid work there by McWaters.
Stafford. Got
it across to Stafford. The boy from Ledswood puts it forward, but as he's done a number of times over the career, good intercept mark came by the GOAT, Scott Perling.
Yeah, he kicks it to the wing now, looking for Ben Salt. Mitch Jenkins put the mid up. And Mick Waters is wrapped up in a tackle just in front of the Hahndorf coaching box, who would be reasonably happy with the start here of
just
the
down
match.
The corner, you can see it there.
So boundary throw in. Ingram was lurking. Here's Kleeman on the ground. Good smother there by Riley. Intercepts Hopgood's kick. Cooper Skinner kicks the ball inside 50. Here's Perling once again. The brick wall goes to Trent Mail, and he looks to kick the ball into the middle of the ground, Pistols.
Yeah, Stafford traps it, then goes to ground. Trying to go down. Rebounds actually back into him off a Hahndorf opponent there. Here's Mitchie Jenkins, of course, in the Eastern Zone squad for next week's state championships. But in the meantime, the playing coach in Aidan Riley gets a free kick. Hello to everyone in Illawarra watching this afternoon. He gets it out wide out here to a teammate. Might be Riley Skinner in the distance. Goes long up the line.
Perling once again.
Perling sets himself, got his hands to it. Moved under the ball nicely by Carter, so he didn't get a second bite at it. Carter still trying to get the ball through. Flicked out there. Here's a chance for Cooper Luke. And he, nicely threads his way through. Gets it back to a teammate. Has a shot at goal. Only a minor score, but at least a positive, Benny. As 3-2 plays 2 behind, so starting to get some forward movement.
Yeah, repeat forward entries here in Sunshine Hahndorf. So kick out towards the half-back line. I think that was Kleeman. Here's Xavier and Parker Bors. We'll look to move the ball forward here for the Magpies into the middle of the ground. He's got his brother on here. Why not kick to him? It's Troy Parker Bors without the helmet. Arches his back, runs away from Charlie Powell. Kick towards the half-forward line. Here's Henry Pedler. He'll go for goal right on 50, and he's just missed the young Magpie. Minus score. 10 degrees here in Hahndorf, apparently. We've got the sun right on us. Beautiful conditions. And the Magpies go to 3-3. Lobethal 2 points. 17 minutes gone, first quarter action. Courier Cup final for 2022. Of course, the action in this quarter brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills.
So,
Collins takes the mark, half-back line.
yep, Collins with the ball. As Benny Goldfinch said, spent some time down at Nord, now back with the Tigers. Just nurses the ball up to the wing to Timmy the Tractor Jenkins, who's run into space. So the spiritual leader of the Tigers, multiple...
Married in the off-season, Pistols, to Emma, establishing his PT company.
Yep. Puts it high. Carter. Hurling once again, Mr. Reliable puts the ball down the front. First to get there will be Sammy Hayden. Nice little left foot up the wing, trying to find it. Salt got his boot the ball and somehow put it forward. Oh, charging through there. It might have been the Sheriff. Gets it across to Riley. Flicks out a handball at the back door here to Grigg. McGarry Millis puts it forward. Oh, good contest there. Was that all over him like a cheap suit? There's Carter on Perling. And umpire Taylor will come in and ball up. So just come out in 18-minute marks. 21 plays 2 here on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers.
Mitch Grigg kicks the ball inside 50. Here's Cooper Luke, front and centre. Has a shot towards the top of the goal square. Braidwood. And that's gone out of bounds. Joel Leake with the ball.
So deep in the cliff pocket by the behind post, just wipes the ball. Obviously a little bit of rain, water in that drain still. Gets it across here to a teammate across the goal. So Hahndorf. Kleeman, exciting youngster. So nurses the ball further forward. It might be Parker Bos, Troy Variety, as I said. Interested to pick him up, using very easy in the Tour de France helmet style. So sets a drop putt towards the wing area. Pat Gavers. Salt was up, got his hands on it. Here's Giorgio. Grabbed the ball, but then taken the ground, and a good strong tackle applied on him. They push and shove off the ball. So emerging with the free kick will be Giorgio.
Yep, so Giorgio kicked the ball towards the centre half forward area. Cooper Skinner tried to put up the mitt. Off hands, nice crumbing there was Groby. Meantime, a shot at goal, and that's a nice mark in the pocket.
Get Benny Pring. He said more used to him with the peroxide hair in recent seasons, but so Benny Pring. Chance here to put the first on the board.
Yeah, recently married Pistols, and apparently regrets having the peroxide hair.
I tell you what, he won't regret that shot, because that's, very well done at the 19.5-minute mark. The Tigers finally on the board as far as majors go. 1, 2 to 3 here on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers. A lovely finish there to Benny Pring.
Brought up his 150th game, I think, earlier in the season. So we're in the 39 this season after swapping that with Mitch Grigg for the 8. So Matt Golding just having a bit of a chat there to Cooper Hoff down at ground level. As you can see, Tigers have answered Hahndorf's first 3 of the match. Cooper Hoff kicking the first 2 to get the Magpies away. So heading into red time now. Sam Williams opposed to Mitch Grigg. Daniel Roberts still in ruck against Braidwood. Middle of the ground. Here's Riley. Handballed to Braidwood. Flicked it on. Nice work there. Cut out by Hayden. Kick inside 50 by Joel Parker Bors with a beautiful pass and finds Ben Salt on the lead.
As the explosion of Salt there. Just bang. Just that athletic ability we talked about him. He just exploded out of the gates away from Mitchie Jenkins to take that mark. So he'll be keen now to post a reply to the opening goal by the Tigers as we come at the 21-minute mark. 3-3 the Pies leading the Tigers 1-2 here, the Courier Cup final, of course, and also the battle for the minor premiership. Both sides locked at the top of the ladder, 11 wins apiece. So Salt sets sail from outside 50. Just doesn't quite have the legs.
Off hands.
Off hands through for a minute.
Jaden J. Hill, take us through it.
Cheers, thanks Goldie. So yeah, 36 kicks to Hahndorf, and actually 36 to Lobethal, so deadlock in that tally. 14 marks to 13 in favour of Lobethal. Inside 50s, 14 to 8 in favour of Hahndorf, boys.
So ball out wide, appealing for a kick there, Lobethal, but in the meantime it's gone out, so it'll be the last touch paid here. I think it's the Hopgood. No, it looks like it's going to go back to the academy boy. Rules that there'll be a throw-in. So this will be Steve George Dent doing the honours, one of the experienced academy boys in the Hills Football League. He'll pitch the ball in as Braidwood and Big Daniel Roberts drops a little bit short. Braidwood got to the front position. Comes out here in the direction of Cooper Luke. Got an interception by Williams, I think it was. Got a quick kick away, trying to sock it through was T. Jenkin. Follows up nicely. Here's a chance for the comb over man. I just brushes off the opposition, puts it towards the pocket. The lead here, but out in front. Going to ground was the Sheriff. Was he infringed there? No, so the umpire around the corner was Cameron Zander, but in the meantime, yes, umpire Hobbs says the squid was caught in the net. So he'll take the resultant free kick here at the 22-minute mark. Hahndorf 22, leading Lobethal 8 on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard.
So Elliott, Sheriff in the back pocket area, of course played some interleague against River Murray. Will kick out towards Lobethal's interchange bench. Roberts will set himself over the back. Punch though, Joel Parker-Bors slung out of the contest. And umpire Mick Taylor comes in. Says I'll have it. 23-minute mark. Adelaide Hills Insurance Broker scoreboard. Hahndorf 3-4. Lobethal 1-2. Bit of an arm wrestle after Cooper Hoff out of the blocks with the first 2 goals of the match. Zander coming off the ground for Xavier Parker-Bors. Umpire Taylor's called a free kick here, and it's gone Hahndorf's way. Looks like we'll go to Ingram. Oh no, Daniel Roberts, I should say.
And of course, has called a wild regulars as he gets across to Williams. Nurses it forward. Oh, getting his hands to it was Nycamp. Here's Giorgio again. Jenkin getting involved. I think that's Salt being wrapped up there. But for the call to wild regulars, who used to see the Magpies in their familiar black and white stripes, wearing the Indigenous Guernsey this afternoon, Benny.
Forward pocket area for them. Here's Cooper Hoff. Hayden with the vision. And goes to his skipper in Sam Williams. Good mates. 9 goals for the year. Got Sam Hayden best and fairest last year. Sam Williams is right up there as well.
Good work there by Cooper Hoff in the build-up, Benny. Already with 2 goals on the board. He's looming very dangerous in the forward lines to this afternoon so far.
So Williams, 45-degree angle for Hahndorf's 4th. And it's just faded to the left. In fact, that might be out of bounds on the full. It is. Hahndorf 3-4. Lobethal 1-2, 25-minute mark.
Umpire Chris Tanner getting involved there. Goal umpire Chris Tanner, one of our experienced flagmen. And of course, up the other end, the equally experienced Ajax Axford. Man for all seasons. Cricket umpire. Football goal umpire. The ball's being retrieved there for Timmy Jenkin. So Jenkin right in the last line defence, as you can see the German Arms oval sign. What's on offer?
Some of the players out of this Lobethal lineup today include Jack Bampton, of course vice-captain, and Peter Bampton.
Absolutely. Big Daniel Roberts with the spoil there on Braidwood. Puts the ball over the fence and out of bounds. Yes, the Tigers will both sides missing a few.
Luke Roberts, Jake Westbrook still out for Hahndorf. Of course, Westbrook downtown playing for Port Adelaide at the moment.
He'd rather be back playing with Hahndorf after last week's Sandford result for the Port Adelaide Magpies. But anyway, so Steve George Dent, Boundary Academy boy, will graduate you could call him. He's not the boy. So Braidwood in front, Roberts over the top. 0-all will call that one. Ball flicked out there. Greg working hard. Eventually it's a speedster and Cooper Luke finds space, puts it up here to the run of Stafford. Gets ball from behind.
Contest.
I think it was Gribble. Gathered here by Scobie. Long sweeping handball towards Riley. Put him under a bit of pressure. The peg dog equal to the task. Goes to Gramble. Was that too high? Yes, he said. The says infringed there by Trent Mail.
Yep. He goes to Cooper Skinner. Half forward lines. We head towards the 26-minute mark. Kick inside 50. Thanks for coming. Beautiful mark, Jake Ulrich.
Yeah, good strong hands there, Benny.
Have a look at that mark there.
He's given it off the
sorry. Meantime, it's shot for goal. Right to the line.
Ooh. That's interesting result. Are we going to go upstairs for that one? Oh, no. Oh, well. Looked like the mark
Axford, look at him. He's poised. He's
looked
ready
like
to
it
go
was completed
upstairs.
over the line, but anyway, umpire Taylor's called play on.
Yep, so to go. We'll kick the ball outside of defensive 50 right in front of us here in the broadcasting position.
Yeah,
Push out, free kick, Hahndorf, Daniel Roberts.
You could hear the groan from the big man just to make sure that the umpire saw it, umpire Holmes. So big Daniel Roberts, of course, spent some time in the ranks at Woodville West Torrens, but he won't
Here's
get
Greg's shot.
the opportunity to add to his possessions. The siren has gone for quarter time, so here at German Arms Oval, at the end of the first quarter, brought to you by Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. It's Hahndorf in front 3-4, leading the Tigers 1-2. We'll be back with more shortly here on the Call of the Wild, coming to you through Filming Footy. Welcome back live here to German Arms Oval in Hahndorf, the round 13 Hills Football League Division 1 A-grade contest between Hahndorf and the Lobethal Tigers. And the news, if you're a Magpies fan, is pretty positive. 3-4 to 1-2, so good opening start. Particularly they got over the blocks pretty early with 2 goals within the first 2 minutes through Cooper Hoff. Lobethal replying with their first major late in the term, so they'll be pretty happy with that. And a few positives to build on. As we said, the game doubling as the Courier Cup Grand Final, so the trophy and also some prize money and also outright lead of the competition as both sides came into this locked on 11 wins apiece. So, Jaden J. Hill, stats that matter, what do they tell us from that first term?
Cheers, thanks Pistol. So Lobethal actually had more kicks than Hahndorf, so 45 to 42 in favour of the Tigers there. And also, Lobethal had 9 more handballs as well, so you can see what sort of game they're trying to play at the moment. So 23 handballs to 14 in favour of the Tigers. Mark 16 to 14 in favour of Lobethal, but the forward 50s though 16 to 9 in favour of the Magpies. The ruck count 10 to 4 in favour of Lobethal. So in centre clearances was 4 to 1 in favour of the Magpies. Also Hahndorf's pressure was up, boys, 39 to 30 in the tackle count as well. And also that score of 8 from Lobethal was their equal lowest quarter time score in an away match this year. So there's a stat for you. And that goal by Ben Pring for Lobethal. He's one of 3 players who was in their last win for Lobethal here. So who were the other 2 players that were in Lobethal's side?
Tim Jenkin.
Yes, he's one of them. And who's the other one? I'll let you scan the team sheets there.
Last win here.
Steve Huxter.
Huxter.
Yes, correct. So
Yes,
Steve
that'd be
Huxter,
someone
Tim
who's
Jenkin,
been around
and
for a long time.
Ben Pring. Yes. So they're the 3 players that were here last time Lobethal defeated Hahndorf.
Thank you
So
very
there you
much. Not only getting the
He's all
stats,
over
Benny,
it.
he's brought all these
Quiz questions.
quirky little quiz questions.
Yes.
So, Quarter Wild, trust you're enjoying our coverage. Must thank Filming Footy, Sports Interactive and Dartfish. Of course, HFL sponsors Police Credit Union, Sharon Footy, Sports Power, the Courier newspaper, MAC Road Safety, West End Closely Supermarket and Rossdale Homes. And we'll get to the various club sponsors in just a second. Of course, the second term here will be brought to you by those fabulous people at Rossdale Homes. Second quarter underway. Benny Goldfinch is your call.
Yeah, second quarter brought to you by Rossdale Homes. And on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard, it's Hahndorf leading 3-4 to 1-2. Cooper Hoff out of the box in the first term with 2 goals. Kick inside 50. Here's Nykamp territory. Put the mid up versus the Sheriff, and that's gone out of bounds.
Just go around the grounds for Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. Quarter time at Blackwood 3-2, leading the Raiders 3-1. So a bit of a exciting early contest over at Windy Hill.
Some big matches today, Pistols. Could shape the top 5, especially that 5th position.
Well, Blackwood won those sides in the mix, that's for sure.
So the Sheriff kicks the ball outside of the defensive 50 towards half back line. High flyer. Tigers with, looks like Cooper Luke around the action, and he'll hold it up. 40 seconds gone. Second quarter here, Courier Cup final.
So, ball up. Oh, high leaping there was Roberts, got the ball down, taken away as Grigor, clever handball out to a teammate, takes the ball forward. Target back there was Cooper Skinner, ball comes to ground, banging up the handball comes back there towards Charlie Powell, the youngster. Only second A-grade game, Benny, having the ball here.
Of course, we're on Lofty 88.9, radio with altitude, Adelaide Hills Community Radio, and also Pistols, of course, Filming Footy, YouTube, and the Call of the Wild Facebook page. Get involved.
So Powell's kick forward is a chance for Riley that goes to ground, got to teammate Skinner. He couldn't really get a clearing kick away under the pressure from the Hahndorf defenders, and that's you can see in the background Hahndorf leading 3-4 to 1-2 on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard in the early stages of the second term.
Okay, inside 50 here for the Tigers. Troy Parker-Bors gets the clearing kick out towards the middle of the ground. Ben Salt, 2-on-1 situation. Braidwood around the action. Does well, the big man. Gets a handball away. Alex Giorgio was involved. And a fair tackle there, deemed by umpire Taylor. And the ball is held up half-forward line for the Magpies. Kicking towards the tennis court or the clubroom end in this second term. 2 minutes gone, they lead 3-4 to 1-2.
Braidwood, ball comes out towards Grigg. Intercepted there was Hopgood. Braden variety, ball comes out the back door. I think it's Grivell, gets a quick kick away. Got a teammate on the lead out here is Xavier Parker, boss. I must say it's a bit hard to pick up some of those numbers in the distance in the Hahndorf jumper because of their grey sort of in the distance, but we'll do our best. But we know who this man is. Alex Giorgio, the skipper for the Tigers, will take the result and kick for last touch. So the Squid, bit of a wedge shot up towards the wing. Pack sets himself. Actually, in the end, going unopposed, which the young man in Braidwood, is it?
Having a good period here, the Tigers. Pistols, though, as I said that, it's dropped.
Ground level, but Hahndorf, once again, the resilient defence. Ball comes back into a fumble there. Oh, great spin out of trouble way to Combe over, man. Got it back to a teammate. They come forward. Here's Giorgio, just sees experience. Oh, under pressure, went to ground with the ball. Over the top of him is Hoff, who was so good in that first term. Also with assistance there from Parker Bos. So umpire Taylor will come in and ball up. So dangerous territory inside the Hahndorf forward 50.
It is. It's both sides starting to settle into this one now. Dylan Hopgood duck the chutney there, and that's holding the ball.
Yep. And interesting to see there's been a bit of a revision of the sling tackle rule the last week or so, which is good to see.
Might read that up. We might read that out at some stage, maybe half time. Tim Jenkin, meantime, kicks it. Finds Collins. Tigers starting to go to another level here. Pistols. Cooper Luke's on in the middle of the ground. Takes the mark near Troy Parker-Bors. He's got a player out in the wing here, and McWaters goes further or closer to Mitch Grigg, who has a shot towards the goal square. Mitch Carter put up the mitts. Perling taps it down. Front and centre. Cooper Skinner bursting on the scene. And he's earned a free kick.
Too high, yeah, Benny. Umpire Holmes, right on the spot. Yeah. Cooper Skinner just grabs the ball and races off, but the whistle had gone, so have to
we'll have a shot. We'll have a look at the
replay.
Here. Kick forward by Grigg.
Yep. Yeah, see, he tries to swing his way clear, and
I don't know about that.
Hard to say if it was grabbed by the shoulder or actually the ball was grabbed by Leak, I think it was. So maybe a bit unlucky there, but anyway, the decision's been made. Won't change, so Cooper Skinner the opportunity to kick his 14th for the season. Now, interesting stat, Jaden J. Hill. Cooper Skinner,
go.
in every game he's played this year, has kicked a goal.
Well,
How good? How good's that?
is he going to kick one here? He's not.
Well, there you go. That's the class. That's, I'm not saying
Pistols,
anymore.
what have you done?
Commentators,
Put the mockers on it.
The commentators. But yeah, he's only played, I think, 11 of the 12 games, and he's kicked a goal in every game. That's 14 for the season. So
All right, you can bring that out again.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
have to
yeah, he's still got a few
peak
more
your time for your
chances.
stats. You've got to peak your time.
Yeah, I know. I'm not having a good day with the stats, am I? So while we're treating the
Hayden
ball,
Riley
from
just off the
Pineapple
ground
Red,
at the moment.
of course, we thank Hahndorf club sponsors, Harcourts, Adelaide Hills, Rossdale Homes, Hagen, Menzel Contractors, Hogan Insurance Solutions, and for the Lobethal Football Club, Closey Supermarkets, Thomas Foods International, G. Hughes Constructions, Lot 100 Mismatch, Loan Co. Financial Services, Clement Funeral, and Quick Copy, as I quickly got through it.
Just as Joel Parker Balls is ready to bring the ball in for Hahndorf. Kicks it towards the half-back line. Why not go to his brother Zabian? But a block out mark there to Collins. Playing a good game so far. So Collins just assessing his options here. Kicks it to a good position. About 20 metres out from goal.
Oh!
And Sam Hayden takes a good mark floating across the pack. Probably wasn't the best kick actually because they favoured the big men there for Hahndorf in Hayden, Perling and co. They read that one well and plucked it out, and Ingram takes the mark in the back pocket.
So Nicky Ingram guarded there by Cooper Skinner. So Ingram undecided what's on offer. He'll come up the wing now. Pat sends himself. Roberts is the target. A big man left, but good spoil by Braidwood. In turn, ball fisted over the line there. Hahndorf, I think that...
Beautiful mark here,
By
Sam Hayden
Zander.
on the replay.
Yep. Yeah, it was struck. The shark in Jaws just grabbed it.
Sensational. Boundary throw-in just in front of the coaching staff, including Aidan Riley. He's just off the ground at the moment. Hayden got the handball away to Williams. Usually good in these situations. Thanks very much for coming, he says. On your way, Dylan Hopgood. He'll have a shot for goal from 55 metres out, or he's going to go to Cooper Nightcamp. Well, neither in the end. It's gone through for a minor score.
So first score for Hahndorf in this term, so that both sides have added a point each. So 3-5 plays 1-3. It's Timmy Jenkins just wiping the ball. It's a bit of wet weather has caused a bit of water in the drains, but gets a good kick away. Big pack, ball comes to ground. Magpies leading the charge there, going to ground. And on the BJ Yench wing,
Speaking of which, he's around the area.
Braden
Just to our right.
Hopgood gets up with the football. So, umpire Holmes sets it up. Roberts palms it down nicely. And into Fuller. As Benny Goldfinch mentioned, playing coach the last 2 years. This year just on the playing role. So Roberts flicks it forward. Tigers trying to push it forward. Good tackle on the ball there. I think it was Mail. Goes to
Ingram's
ground.
it's all right.
Comes out the back door. He once again Mail buttering up. Looking for support. Goes with the boot himself. Gets it up. Mitchell Jenkins involved. Heavy
D-Rock
collision there. I think it
coming
was
through.
Scroby. Spun out there. The YouTube sensation. Matt Scroby. Daniel Roberts over the top there
Having a bit of a chat to Mitch Greg.
of Mitch Jenkins. So umpire Taylor will come and ball up. So we've had just over 8 minutes here in the second term, brought to you by Rossdale Homes.
So Roberts in ruck versus Braidwood. Good matchup. That's fine. There's no dramas there. Umpire Taylor would be loving it. Braidwood. Here's Cooper Luke getting a bit of it now. Here's Stafford. How's the vision? Well, set up on there and a bit of a tackle by Ingram. Ball bobbling around. Fierce and furious football at the moment. Here's an opportunity for the Tigers.
Young man Powell getting involved
Powell
there, Ben.
getting involved. And Tigers looking to mop up here through Trent Marley. Goes over the top to Joel Parker Balls. Kicks the ball outside of defensive 50. Sliding in there with Stafford. Coming through with a bit of
Mitchy Jink.
presence with Mitch Jenkins. And I reckon it'll be held up here half forward line.
I tell you what, this is good umpiring here.
It is.
Umpire
I like
Holmes
this.
and Mickey Todd to the experience, and they're letting it flow. Obviously, they're
Maybe
picking
they've had
up
a look at the footage as well.
Yeah,
and
yeah. And the players actually, I think, are enjoying that. Although umpire Taylor coming in this time. Holmes gets it down. Trying to feed the ball out there. Scrappy football at the moment. You'd expect
Tough
with both
football.
sides putting plenty of pressure around the ball.
Yep.
So a bit of a contract to get a bit of space to get a clear kick away. So Roberts just pushed his opponent out, but here's a chance for the Magpies to clear it. Swooping on his Fuller, who got on that left foot this way, that way.
he could have.
Finally on the right, puts it forward. Coming out there, ball spoilt. Once again, Hahndorf mopping up. Ingram, he's been pretty busy in the back half this afternoon.
Mail.
Got the Mail clearing kick out here, but the mark should be taken. No, spoilt there by Zander from Tim Jenkins.
Collins, beautiful.
Gets it here to Stafford. He gets quick hands to Cooper Skinner, who has kicked a goal in every game.
No, not that one.
Not on this occasion.
Sorry, Ben Pring in the build up there, not Collins.
So 2 points to him. So they're getting scoreboard return, but not the majors. They sought to reduce this deficit.
Double change here for Hahndorf. Sam Williams and Troy Parker Balls just coming off the ground. Pistols. Xavier Parker Balls ready to come on. So ball was kicked out towards the wing. Trying to take the mark there was Pedler for Hahndorf. Ball spills out. Here's Sam Hayden. Went one way then the other with a bit of...
that's going to go
sells
out.
the candy job, but that's gone out of bounds as Daniel Roberts has a bit of a breather, the big man, and he's sucking in...
Yeah, the big ones.
The big ones.
The big
there.
gas.
He's carrying a bit of the load in the ruck. As Big Braidwood still on the ground, keen to move the ball forward for the Tigers.
So Braidwood puts it back, half forward area, big leap there. Brought down, locked up there. It was young Pedler in the sleeves. Ball comes in there, still scrambling football, trying to burst through with Scroby. Finally, he's taken the ground and the tackle there by Pedler. So umpire will come in and once again ball up. So umpire Holmes over the top. Cooper Skinner got it down, trying to force his way through. I think might be Fuller. Certainly was the former Western Dogs listed boy. Of course, a good career down at Nord. So once again, a ball up. Stop-start football at the moment. Here's a chance around the corner for Fuller on this occasion. What can he do? Bouncing ball. Does elude the defender's hands. It might have, but through for a minor score. So 3 behind to Lobethal, 1 to Hahndorf in this term. 12 minutes just about to expire here in the second term. Brought to you by Rossdale Homes on the call of the Wild.
Last goal kicker was Ben Pring at the 20-minute mark for the Tigers. Hahndorf opened up with the first 3 goals of the match. Mark on the half-back flank here to Joel Leake. Made his debut in Matt Golding's first season as Hahndorf coach in 2018. Kicks the ball out towards the centre wing area. Dylan Hopgood went without it. Opportunity for Fuller. Goes to Aidan Riley, the playing coach. Kicks in the middle of the ground, looking for Cooper Skinner. Held onto there. Don't mind that, Mick. And Skinner up in the middle of the ground. Had a few shots. Presenting nicely. Looking deep in attack. Bit of congestion down there. So Skinner kicks the ball into the pocket area. It's just Carter territory it is. Worked out of it there by Joel Leake. Ball spills out. Mitch Grigg applying plenty of heat. Magpies managed to squirt the ball outside the defensive 50 and Ingram is the target here.
Yep, Ingram draws along the boundary line. Gave it to a younger teammate there in Cam Zander, but the ball had gone out over the boundary line just adjacent to the pedestrian crossing here.
Jaden J. Hill at the 13-minute mark.
Geez, thanks Goldie. So yeah, 17 kicks to Hahndorf, but 18 to Lobie at the moment. Inside 50, 7-2 in favour of Lobie. So they're getting plenty inside 50s, just can't put it on the scoreboard.
So Hayden, Scroby, great smother, and nearly like a thief in the night, stole the ball away, but unfortunately it was ricocheted off and he couldn't quite control it, but a good piece of work there, almost a smother off the boot and away with the ball. So ball up, close to the boundary line. Parker Bowles doing the ruck work, taken by Riley, feeds a handball out there towards McWaters. Former York Peninsula boy, now in his 3rd season here at Tigerland. Ricochets off the boot of Grigg. More in advance for the Pies and socket forward. So this could be a bit of a turnover. Comes back to Riley. Skinner goes backwards to the Sheriff. Cool head in the crisis, puts it out wide and finds a teammate there in Collins.
Collins off to on the wing, kicks it towards the half-forward line, backing back there. Looks like Ben Curry. And it'll be a boundary throw-in, so end-to-end footy there.
So I just got the feeling now they've settled the Tigers. They just need that return on the scoreboard to match their get reward for their endeavours, I'd suggest. So
3 points in this quarter so far. Couple they probably would normally get. 2 goals even the margin, 15-minute mark. So boundary umpires today, James O'Leary, Steve George Dent, Alan Axford and Chris Tanner behind the goals. And of course the main umpires are Andrew Holmes and Mick Taylor, who've been doing it for quite a while.
Mail. Tackled there, dropped the ball pretty quickly, but no free kick paid either way. So umpire Andrew Holmes, as Benny Goldfinch just mentioned, will come in and ball up. So Cooper Skinner works his way to the front, gets the ball down. Here's a chance for Hopgood. Loses possession. Got backed up there by Hayden. Finally gets a...
Watch out.
Gets it back to Leake. Under pressure, gets a clearing kick. Runner might get a kick in.
Tractor.
Oh, cool bounce there for Timmy Jekin. Coming through his Nycamp. He's a long way from home. Going to ground. Was he legged there? In Benny Pring. No, said the umpire. So ball held in there. A majority of this term so far, as I said, 15 minutes gone. It's been inside the Tigers forward line, but they can't get that ultimate reward. So see what we're going to do this occasion. The boy from Illawarra in Riley hooks it towards the top of the square. Carter was the target. Ball split. That's a chance for Greg. You know, he'll do something special. Yes, says umpire Chris Tanner in the goal. So Greg, with that, McGarry medal form, just an opportunist, knows where the goals are, and brings up the second one for the Tigers there, 2-5. Hahndorf 3-5 on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard. Jaden J.
Cheers, thanks Bristol. So 24 kicks to 20 in favour of Lobethal at the moment. Handballs 14-13 in favour of Hahndorf. Mark 6-4 in favour of Lobethal. And the inside 50 count, boys, 10-3 in favour of Lobethal. So getting plenty inside 50s and now finally getting some reward.
So in the middle, Xavier Parker balls with Daniel Roberts off the ground will take the ruck work. Braidwood won that one. Hits the deck. Here's Sam Williams, captain for Hahndorf. Got legged and he'll have another opportunity to kick the ball inside 50. First year as captain. Polled pretty well in the male medal if I remember correctly last year. So Williams, Nycamp on the lead here. Goes in that direction. Sets himself. Puts the mid up. Here's Xander. Over the back. Brings it back. But not farther enough. His father's actually to my right. That's not far enough. And that's a minus score. Hahndorf go to 3-6. Lobethal 2-5. 5-point margin, 17-minute mark on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard. Career Cup final.
So Giorgio puts the ball out towards the far edge wing. Good mark taken out by Stafford. Quickly got it on to the runner teammate in Scobie. The YouTuber puts it forward. But talking about intercepting marks, here's the master and has done it for a long time in Perling and just curls the ball back nicely there to Joel Parker Bowes. So Perling once again at his run on, the big fella. We know he loves kicking a goal, Benny, so he's inching his way forward. So Scotty Perling, 6-time premiership player for the Magpies, chasing the 7th. Puts it forward. Oh, Cooper Nycamp out, just couldn't complete the mark. Ball spills.
Advantage paid.
Chance for Williams. Williams sets sails for goal. Getting back there is Salt. Pushed off the Sheriff and Elliott nicely to take a mark. Will he run round here? Elliott policing the mark. It's all good Sheriffs do. Saying he's got to go back there. So he'll kick from right in the cliff pocket. Got the lone spectator there, perhaps giving him a bit of advice. So Benny Salt yet to get a goal this afternoon. 16 on the board. As Benny Goldfinch said, a Crows top-up player. So looks like he's going to go the run around, Benny.
Snaps for goal, and that's gone out of bounds on the full.
In fact, right across the academy, boy. Steve Georgette says out of bounds on the full. But good quick work there by Williams. So
I wonder, Jaden J. Hill, as Hahndorf... There's a quarter this season that Hahndorf haven't kicked a goal. I wonder if you got that.
I'll have a look for you.
Kick outside the defensive 50, high flyer there. It was Troy Parker balls, off hands, kick inside 50, 45 metres out. Sam Williams snaps the ball, dangerous position, Ben Salt territory. Nice work there by the Sheriff.
Oh, Riley Skinner, perhaps a bit tight. But once again, James Elliott, he's developed into one of the best defenders in the comp. And we saw him in the interleague, as you said, Benny. Great game there too. Here's a chance for Riley. Boy from Illawarra, the big dog gets it out. Sticking his hands up and taking a mark there is Curry. Wastes no time. It's touched off the boot, so it's open slaver. Here comes the Mitchie Grigg. Size is what's on over. The runner might get a kick here as he puts it forward to young Powell. Over the top of him. Mopped up here by the Pies. Comes back to the experienced Mail. Oh, misses the handball there. Here's an opportunity for the Tigers, but Mail goes back, as all good footballers do, and makes up for his mistake. Well done, Trent Mail. Second effort there. Jay, the stat.
Yes, so actually there was a quarter, Benny, that they didn't score. It was in round 7, the second quarter. They scored 3 points.
Against who?
I'm about to look it up now.
Thank you very much. He's all over it. Mick Waters handballs out to Stafford. Stafford goes to Riley. Shrugged aside, a couple of tactiles just. Braidwood goes back to Steve Huckster, works the ball along the wing, but that's a chop out mark there to Ingram.
He's got in for a drink in the Lobethal.
Interchange
Shades of Johnny Wynn in 1978.
Kick in the middle of the ground. That's nicely there to Troy Parker-Bowes. Snaps the ball inside 50, looking for Nykamp, and that's sensational.
Yeah, just when they get that run on the near unstoppable, Benny, and a great transition. I said, yeah, if we can see that again. Sean Ingram, 78 grand final, Nord's Sturt, but he didn't take anyone out while he was in there. Unlike Johnny Wynn, the old 2-8. That's a great transition, Parker-Bowes, and just quick off the mark, Cooper Nykamp, and yep, so here's the opportunity for his first of the afternoon, although umpire Taylor just... Oh,
blood rule.
No, it's,
blood rule?
So, come on, Mick, I can take the kick, then go off. So, you might be right. So, Sam Hayden will be the beneficiary here.
Just
be a bit dark if he loses the goal kicking by a goal.
Gotta come off the ground first, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. He'll be replaced here by Hopgood of the Braden variety. So,
yep.
Meanwhile, the action is back with Sammy Hayden.
Red time goals are important. Pistols, he's kicked 6 this season. Well, thanks very much. Maybe it was a tactic. Sam Hayden's kicked the goal. Hahndorf go to 4-6. Lobethal 2-5. 21-minute mark. Jaden, you got that stat?
What are you suggesting, Benny, the Indian bookmaker, Sam Hayden to kick a goal this term? No,
Well, just have a look at Cooper Nykamp. Just getting a bit
Just
of water
down
on
here.
the back of the calf.
Just down here. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
No, that's right. He's got it. Yeah.
Hardly spurting out, but
No,
anyway.
that's right.
Jaden Joe.
So the last time Hahndorf didn't kick goal was against the Chunga. Scored 3 points. And talking about Chunga, they're down by 1 point against Onka Paringa 5 minutes into the second quarter, boys.
Oh, Jane,
there's a stat for you there.
Just back to back, good stats. Daniel Roberts in ruck versus Braidwood. Ball puddled out. McWaters got it onto Cooper Luke for the Tigers. Kicks it out towards the outer side wing. Nice control of the ball there by Joel Parker-Bowes. Got it to Grivell. He works it up the line. Lovely work by Troy Parker-Bowes, starting to provide a bit of a trouble there for the Tigers with his presence. And that's gone off hands, out of bounds. About 30, 40 metres out from Hahndorf's goal. They lead 4-6 to 2-5 on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard. 22-minute mark Courier Cup final.
Yep, for Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers, just a few quarter-time scores. As I said, Blackwood 3-2 were leading Raiders 3-1. Mount Barker 4-2 leading your Raiders 4 straight. And important game for the double chance over there, Benny. So a few important games. And must say hello to our old mate Mike Pfeiffer, who's over in the Wimmera.
Yep.
Watching it. So trust you're enjoying yourself over there, Michael.
Sam Williams, meantime, the captain for Hahndorf. Chopped out nicely there, though, by Riley Skinner. So Skinner goes to centre-half back, dangerously chopped out there by Hopgood. Read that one. Oh! Hopgood set upon there. Luke kicks the ball in the middle of the ground. That's a downfield free kick, deemed there by umpire Mick Taylor. And Tim Jenkin will earn the free kick half-back line.
Good strong tack on the ball. I think it might be McWaters, if they show that. No, perhaps next play. It's probably not the right kick up the corridor. Perhaps lucky to get away with it. Here you go, McWaters going in strong. I think Hopgood making that look a little bit worse than it was. But meanwhile, action back with Cooper Skinner, who has actually kicked a goal in every game this year.
I'm going to back him in from here.
Jaden J. So
we'll keep
2 shots.
Hopefully somebody actually kicks it.
He's had 2 shots this quarter. I tell you what, he doesn't let me down on this occasion. So a man who's kicked a goal every game.
Just go to the sideline there. Matt Golding's just having a bit of a chat to his runner. Sensational. All right.
So
immediate response there by the Tigers.
Yeah, they needed it. There's Cooper Skinner.
First goal for the quarter. They've had a good period with 3 points. One of those to Cooper Skinner from close range, but from long range, no troubles.
So for the second term here, brought to you by Russdale Homes, it's 1 goal to the Pies and that second one to Lobie. So it's 3-5 plays 4-6 as we anticipated a close Courier Cup final between the top 2 sides, and we're certainly getting it at this moment. But back in the centre, Daniel Roberts gets the tap down to Williams. He tries to bullock his way free, got to boot the ball, takes it up forward. Bouncing ball, will it sit going to ground there for the Pies? Pat's appealing for a bit higher tackle, but no to the umpire. I think that was Xavier Parker-Bowles. Indeed it was. So umpire Taylor holding court here this afternoon. So Skinner, unopposed, got it down to Grigg, get a quick kick away.
Oh,
In the
beautiful.
centre, bounces
dropped
off
that.
the
Got to
chest
take that.
there of Benny Pring. Comes out here, see Racehorse and Cooper Luke, got his boot to ball. Mopped up here by Kleeman, Jack Kleeman, and a Hahndorf jumper. That must be sore to the ears of Lobethal supporters. Ball comes forward. Pedler was being grabbed onto, and the boy in the long sleeves will take the kick here. So chance for a goal that perhaps Tigers didn't want. 24, nearly 25 minutes expired. So Pedler the chance, just numbed this little bit of a comeback here. Benny?
Yep. Came into the lineup last week, I believe. Got the long sleeve on. It's got double layered maybe. So Pedler,
Perhaps later, I tell you.
45-degree angle. Goes for goal, right to the line. He's kicked it, and they'll get around him. That looks like his first ever A-grade goal. Sensational.
Yeah, sounds like it. The faithful, as you said, Benny, getting around the young man. First goal for this proud football club. Of course, over 100 years old.
So back in the middle, Daniel Roberts. Looks like Cooper Skinner's going to be having a bit of go in ruck here. Mitch Grigg. Also Matt Fuller, the vice-captain. Cooper Luke. Sam Williams, Daniel Roberts, Troy Parker-Bors and Joel Parker-Bors. Out in the outer side wing, we have Collins, Jacob Collins, opposed to Ingram.
Another quarter time score quickly. Benny, Nan at 4-4 lead Mount Lofty 3-2, and another important game this afternoon.
So Hayden, pinned, not going anywhere. Daniel Roberts opposed to Cooper Skinner here in ruck. Braidwood having a bit of a spell. Ball's fisted forward. Here's Mick Waters. Handballed out to Grigg. Onto that route, left boot. Tried to. Got it on the right. Nice smother there by Xander. Williams got the handball away in the close terrain. Daniel Roberts goes in very hard against Giorgio. Paves the way for Dylan Hopgood to have a shot at goal, tied on the boundary line. And that's gone out of bounds on the full. So it looks like Mitch Jenkin will bring the ball in here from the free kick. So Jenkin, 27-minute mark, 13 points the margin, Hahndorf leading. Sam Hayden takes a beautiful mark overhead, 60 metres out from goals. We head towards half-time. Don't go anywhere, got some special guests coming up. Cooper Nightcamp, high flyer, just couldn't quite manage to grab that one, and that's gone out of bounds. The clock continues to tick down here, 28-minute mark. Jane J. Hill, stats that matter.
Cheers, thanks, Goldie. So, yeah, 37 kicks to 36 in favour of Lobethal at the moment. Inside 50s are now 12 each. So, at one stage it was 10-3, and now Hahndorf's picked that one back.
You talk about the clock ticking down, as indeed it has, with the sign in the background. So do the degrees, Benny. Now 9 degrees here at Hahndorf. So that sun has unfortunately left us. So second half here might be a little bit chilly. But I tell you, it's pretty warm still out there in the field as half time. A good contest in the offering here. Hahndorf 5-6. Leading Lobethal 3-5 after that second term, which was brought to you by Rossdale Homes. So the promise of a very close second half as the teams decide the Courier Cup. So we might take a short break and be back here shortly on the Call while coming to you on Filming Footy. Welcome back to the Call of the Wild. Filming footy, of course, coming to you this afternoon from the German Arms Oval in Hahndorf. Very good game of footy on offer, as we anticipated. The two top sides going at it. Of course, came in the game on level pegging, so the Courier Cup up for grabs. Play the minor premiership in the moment. It is a 13-point margin to the home side Hahndorf, as they lead 5-6 to 3-5. And well, low scoring game, not too many goals, but we've been lucky enough to be joined by a man who did know how to score a lot of goals. Of course, well, a bit of, can we call you an icon around here?
No, mate, that's stretching the
Trent
choice.
Shorland has joined us. Welcome to the Call of the Wild, Trent. Good to see you for your annual chat.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's a good game of footy to watch.
Yeah. Now, we'll just go back. We'll talk about the game in a minute, but it's all about you at the moment, because we've had a text come in. We've got to get a superstar on and have a delve into him. So just tell us about your footy career, Trent.
Short and sweet. I played most of my footy here, all the way through juniors up until I left to go to Queensland. So played under Richard Hill. Obviously fortunate enough to win a premiership with Richard as coach. A few similarities between the two coaches here, actually. Richard seemed to dislike the umpires a little bit, and our coach is not that happy with them at the moment. So obviously played under Richard Hill, won a premiership in '95, and then went up to Queensland, played a season up there, and then came back to Hahndorf, played some B-grade footy, and then I was lucky enough to win a couple of premierships under Skinny and Wildy and a few others, and then went to Meadows. Had a couple of seasons there.
I listened to Call of the Wild last week, and Benny Goldfitch was out doing an excellent pre-match, as he always does, but he had a chat with Morgan Young, who's now the coach of the Rams, and once again he suggested he was the influence that Richard Hill had over him as a coach, and actually perhaps directed him in a few philosophies that he uses himself now at Morgan. But just anyone who's ever been coached by Hilly, they're just left in awe of the man and just his influence over people.
Oh, super coach and super human being. So I'd go as far as say that for everything I've achieved in my life, not just footy-wise, Hilly's had a huge influence on. So if you've been fortunate enough to be coached by him, his ideals and his competitiveness, and you've got to look at the guys that he coached and what they've gone on to do outside footy.
Yeah, you talk about some of the great coaches in AFL, and they talk about some of the guys, and they say not just as a football coach, but a life coach.
Yeah,
Trent,
yeah. And I was lucky enough he actually came and worked for me for a while, so which was interesting after the
was
things
that
he
while
done.
you were playing?
No, it was after I was playing.
I
I would love to have been when I was playing, because I could have got back at him a little bit, but the things he made me do as a player, I would love to
Or he
have...
gets the low commission jobs unless he plays you in the A grade.
You're correct. But no, he's a terrific bloke, and I think, when I look back when he did come to work for me, it was quite interesting, because he's obviously, you're used to him barking orders at you and bits and pieces as a player, but it was totally different as an employee. So terrific man, and he did a hell of a lot for this footy club.
There we go, Goldie. Goldie's off camera, but we come to Hahndorf, and if ever this man's in the area, it just lights up everything. And here is an example, because we're talking about the great Brenton Yens, BJ, and look, suddenly the sun's come out. It's just like this aura here at the moment.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure it's got anything to do with BJ. So,
hey, how's it go as a pretty handy full forward yourself? Do you actually compare notes? And I know your career was cut short and probably not as long as him, so weight for age and games played, have you got him covered?
Well, definitely weight I have. He's got me in the age department. He's definitely got me in the goals department. So we don't generally talk about it too much.
Hey, you mentioned you went down and played a couple of seasons down at Meadows. I suppose the Hahndorf Mafia went down there. Timmy Napster.
Yeah, Timmy went there, and Simon coached. So
yeah, Simon Blake. So how was that?
I loved it. Obviously, I was a bit older then, and played with the young guys, and Rowan Reeds and the Hayden Reeds and Chad Dawes, and in all honesty, it just gave me a new lease on life. It sort of extended that footy career a bit longer, and I'd say it was, other than the fact that we probably should have won a premiership while I was there, it was as enjoyable time as I've ever had in footy.
Yeah,
great club, really good club, Meadows. Still helping with
preliminary
things today.
final, I think, under Blakey.
Yeah, we lost a prelim final with, I think we were 5 goals up with 10 minutes to play, and somehow found a way to lose it. So, and then Torrens Valley went on to win it.
Yeah. Now, Hahndorf Football Club, we were talking during the call, just what a fantastic event today, just quickly with the Indigenous rounds, but just with their sponsorship, they're just so professional. And of course, they got the Sponsors Recognition Day coming up later this this month, which of course you'll be involved. You've been a long time sponsor.
I have.
Just say, and because you were involved as a football director and also
That's right.
president for some states.
I was.
They're just well organised. Yeah, they had someone like Kay's come along, so I know it's might have stepped back. No, I'm kidding. He's a great
Good
man.
fellow.
Kay's. Just their professionalism they have. That's if you're successful off the field, you're successful on the field.
Oh, no doubt, and it's not just the one person, whether it's K's. It's the club's very lucky that has a lot of helpers. So I think if you want to be a successful footy club, you actually need to have a lot of people doing their jobs really well. And this club's been fortunate that that's been happening for the last 20 years. It's been really good. So whether it's been the presidents or the footy directors or the coaches, and the beautiful part is you see all the blokes that I played with that are back involved, doing something off the field. So. We are very lucky, and obviously, the last 7 years where we've had a lot of success is all formulated because of the work that those guys have done off the field.
Hey, I know you're a great student of the game, mate. Just how do you see the Hills football competition at the moment? Obviously, a few problems. I know if you're aware that today in the country division there's 2 games. There's no reserves because of COVID and unavailability of players. So, that doesn't help the income when there's only 1 game to be played, and also with the junior situation. Just some of your quick thoughts that you'd like to see.
I think, look, getting people to, whether it's sporting events or playing footy or whatever it is, it's been really difficult the last 2 years. So I think we need to cut all the clubs some slack. Obviously we look like we're coming out of it now, but it is really hard. People are, just to make ends meet, people are working more and not being able to play sport. So I think we've got to be flexible, particularly in these, I guess, Hills footy or whether it's any amateur footy. We've got to be flexible with what we do. And encourage people to come out and play. Great spectacle today. Obviously, it's a Hills Footy League. To me, is the best amateur comp wherever you are. It's a fantastic standard. Look at Lobie and the blokes that have come back here and playing. And went to Mount Barker last week at that new venue. It's a bloody beautiful oval. I mean, terrific oval. I mean, they probably could have done some of the other things outside the oval a little better, but the actual deck itself is fabulous to play footy on.
Just the club's done so well. It's Case is having a word.
He always wants to get his word in, Case.
Get in the act, but and just Matt Golding, just his influence on the club. You spoke about Richard Hill.
Yeah.
He won the 4 flags here. And, Matt Golding sitting on that number at the moment.
Matt is an unbelievably good coach. I remember reporting him, and we had to drag him to the club because he really wasn't interested in coaching. Now not sure when he's ever going to leave, and I'm happy for him to stay as long as he wants. He's really professional.
He doesn't want to lead the club. He's a bit like BJ on a Saturday night.
Yeah, well, he's just a professional coach. He's
just so ironic too. At the last grand final loss, he sort of had a hand in the defeat.
He did.
Blackwood, Trent.
Yeah, he hasn't lost too many goals.
No, great. His CV, when you look what he's done, mate. So, all right, the teams are back on the field and ready for the start of the second half. So we thank you very much for joining us here in the Call to World, mate.
Nice,
all the best for the rest of the
year.
Mate.
Good on you.
And the horses as well.
Cheers, mate. Good on you.
All right, Trent Shorland joining us there. Past Hahndorf player, president, done it all. So we're anticipating what hopefully will be a good second half here. We've seen so many times this year Hahndorf being challenged at half time, but they seem to blow away sides in that second half. So we'll see how all things unfold here in the third term here from German Arms Oval on the Call to World through Filming Footy. And of course it's being brought to you by Hagen Menzel Contractors. So bit of shadows across the ground now, sun's still out. So we're underway. Second half, round 13 action. Ball comes out here. Here's Mitch Grigg. Grigg round the corner, puts it forward towards Cooper Skinner. Used his body well to get rid of his opponent. Couldn't control the ball. Is controlled here by Trent Mole, though. Drives him out of attack down, and it's a good strong mark taken by Mitch Jengen, who, of course, may be representing the Eastern Zone in the Country Championships next week.
Just a reminder, we're on Filming Footy YouTube, Call of the Wild Facebook page, and also the Hills Football League Facebook page. Looks like a free kick here for Joel Leake. Just a few comments coming in here on the feed. Let us know where you're coming in from. Michael Pfeiffer, as I said, cheers from Horsham. Peter Riley, father of. Go Tigers from the Rileys in the Gong, of course, in Wollongong. And Joy Bourne, of course, Scott Perling's mum and all the family up there. Loving that we can watch this from Tunbridge Wells in the UK. Big thanks. So
wow, worldwide here.
All right, kick in the meantime finds Sam Hayden. Went one way then the other. Got it to Xavier Parker. Ballers on that left boot. Goes right to the line. Punch through for a minor score there by the Sheriff in Elliott. 2 minutes gone. Or just over a minute, we'll say. Hahndorf
Just to give you a half-time score.
leading
Big battle.
5-7 to 3-5.
Sorry, Benny Blackwood 6-8, leading the Raiders 6-6, so they're not going away, the Raiders, visiting over there. So, important game, as we said, for Blackwood, one of three sides locked on 5 wins at the moment in the battle for the that 5th spot. Meanwhile, battle for the minor premiership here, as we wait for the ball to come back into play.
Oh, here we go. A few more comments coming in. Janice Jenkin.
Yep.
Hey, Janice. What did she used to make? The muffins.
Yeah.
Come on, the Tigers, it's time. Peter Riley's watching, as I said. Janice Jenkin. Al and I are watching from sunny Broome, and we reckon Griggs' kick was over the line. Goal for sure. We'll have to check that whack on the replay.
Sunny
Emma
Broome.
Fitzgerald, Janice Jenkin, definitely a goal, so a bit of back and forth banter. And Paul Anthony, what a fantastic streaming. Really enjoying the game. Thanks, Paul. That's on the Call it a while.
Meanwhile, Cooper Luke getting thread through from the pocket. I tell you what, Janice and Albie, watch this in Broome. Wonder not a monkey more, mate, with the Dolphins up there. Meanwhile, ball reflected out. Here comes the Hopgood. Nurses up the wing. It peddlers the target, but great defensive work as usual by the Squid, and Giorgio fished the ball over the line. Of course, Lobethal staging their big night tonight, the Hall of Fame.
You'll be getting along?
Yes, I've been lucky enough to get involved. I've been to a couple of those shows. They're absolutely brilliant. So another few inductees into the Hall of Fame at the Lobethal Football Club. Only one of, the sort of the leaders in that regard of honouring their past. It's great what they do. The charter they set up, Dave Carger and co. So looking forward to that tonight at the Lobethal Football Club. And, the celebrations will be going off if they can snare the Courier Cup here this afternoon.
It's a real arm wrestle.
Absolutely. So, throw in. Working his way to front is Roberts, got the ball. Fuller tried to tap it down. Comes back here to Big Braidwood. Comes back in to Fuller. Deflected off him. Roberts just charges his way through. Allows Williams, the skipper, to pick up the ball. Puts it forward. Salt one hand. Spot by Jenkin. Here's the other Jenkin arriving. Jimmy leaves it to Mitch. Mitch gets it back there to a teammate in Stafford. Scrambling football finally comes out of there through the agency of Hopgood. Braden puts it forward. Bouncing ball. It's bounced right across the face there, and the Sheriff concedes the behind.
Yep. So, Giorgio, had a chat to him pre-game. Captain this year. 15 points the margin. Hahndorf's way, 5-7 to 3-5. Kick outside of defensive 50. Going up there with Pring. Off hands Riley. Set upon immediately in a tackle. Right in the middle of Hahndorf Oval, or German Arms Oval. Scott Perling, barking instructions from deep in defence against Mitch Carter. Has Carter kicked a goal yet? No, he hasn't. So leading goal kicker for Tigers anyway this season with 39. Still stuck on that.
Because trailing the great man Darcy Hurrigan. At 40, big Darcy.
Hopefully Darcy's nose is all right. Meantime, Daniel Roberts. Here's a chance for Riley. Got a kick away. Trent Mail coming through. Barging through against Riley. And in fact, that's a free kick here for the playing coach, keen to move it on quickly. Goes to Fuller. He in turn goes to Cooper Luke. Dangerous from these positions. How's the vision? It's beautiful. It's Carter. That is sensational vision by Cooper Luke. He had a shot. He could have had a shot at goal there, but just...
Well, you just spoke about him about 30 seconds ago. He's goalless, so his opportunity to...
look at this vision.
Break that. As at half-time, Blackwood 6-8, Raiders 6-6, and Nan Bremer 5-6, lead Mount Lofty 5-5.
Wow.
So 2 close games involving clubs in that battle for the 5th spot. And as we said, a good battle here at the moment.
Sunny Hahndorf.
Yep. And Hagen Menzel Contractors bringing in his third quarter. So all the action here at the moment with Mitch Carter, of course, son of Russ, who played in the last premiership side and probably last Courier Cup win back in 2002. Lays back into the kicker tear. That's as straight as you can ever get.
There, Janice. That's through.
Janice will be pretty happy. Alan will be getting the Swan Lager crack because he can celebrate that goal as they pull just that little bit closer now.
Courier Cup final. Tigers looking for their first Courier Cup since 2002. Hahndorf looking for their 8th in a row, which is incredible. Of course, this quarter brought to you by Hagen Menzel's Contractors. Sponsors today for Hahndorf, Hardcourts Adelaide Hills, Rossdale Homes, Hagen Menzel Contractors and Hogan Insurance Solutions. Scoreboard, Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers. And for Lobethal, Closey Supermarkets, Thomas Foods International, G Hughes Constructions, Lot 100, Smith's Match, Loanco Financial Services, Kleeman Funeral and Quick Copy. Back in the middle. Attack on the ball there looked like Dylan Hopgood. And he's wrapped up in a tackle there by Mitch Grigg, the Jill McGarry medalist at Norwood. So Roberts versus Braidwood. Ball hits the deck, centre cricket pitch area. Umpire Taylor. Got the sun right in here in the commentary. What do we call this? Commentary. We're out in the open today. It's beautiful.
The marquee, I guess. Yeah, the van, another use. Meanwhile, taken here by Scroby. Hacks it forward. Outstretched there by Leake. Controls the ball. Gets it back to Mayo. He's been pretty handy in defence this afternoon, as always. Puts it out here. The race is on. Oh, unfortunately couldn't control the ball, but a good effort by the Magpies.
Good contest.
Williams, over the top of him, is Collins. Good effort there. I think it was Hopgood. Parker Bowles of the Zaber variety. Just couldn't complete that mark at lower ground level. So Roberts gets it down here. Once again, Mail feeds out a nice little handball to Ingram around the corner to Combe over. Sets it to half forward. Here's a chance for Jenkins. One grab, two grab. Did he control it? Yes. So Mitchie Jenkins has set it in the Eastern Zone squad for next week's Country Championships. Puts it out towards Braidwood. Got his hands to it.
Yep. Here's Joel Parker Bowles. That's holding the ball.
Yeah.
For a throw. It's going Squid's way. Giorgio. So Giorgio starting to go to another level here. The contest, 9 points to margin. Giorgio kicks in the middle of the ground. Won't come off. Williams cut that one off. And then Collins, says I'll have it. Ragdoll to the ground. That's holding the ball. Free kick here for the captain of Hahndorf, Sam Williams.
So Sam Williams, best on ground for the Hills in the Interleague game earlier in the season. Goes forward. Nykamp territory on the lead. Good defensive ball by Elliott. Brings the ball down. Oh, well trapped there by Salt. Ball over the top here. Finds big Braidwood. Braidwood on the outside the boot. Puts it forward. Ball comes down. Gathered there by Cooper Skinner. Oh, good work at ground level. He actually got up and took the kick himself. Great work. Puts it up here towards Carter. The danger.
1, 2, 3.
And Leck just couldn't get that vital deflection away. So Russ. Son of Russ.
Just coming off the ground now.
So Mitch Carter with the chance to kick consecutive goals here for the Tigers.
Beautiful mark.
He's kicked the only goal of the second half so far. So good work here by the Tigers in the build-up. Good work by Cooper Skinner at ground level. And has managed to get up. He looked like he's got a handball away. Got up and just put it forward. And Carter, the benefit of playing in front. Good juggling mark. So Carter kicked the ball, a goal from just about identical position here, boys. Not less than 2 or 3 minutes ago, so he knows the sider is. And I'll tell you what, once again, the goal up by Chris Tanner hardly moves. Nods his head in approval, so here they come, the Tigers.
Yep. Just having a look at the Hahndorf on the sidelines here. So go back in the middle. Riley in there with Cooper Luke, Collins, Braidwood, Daniel Roberts, Sam Hayden, Troy Parker Bors, and Dylan Hopgood. Could be. So back in the middle, Daniel Roberts versus Braidwood. Ball hits the deck, Sam Hayden. Kick inside 50, right to the full forward area. Beautiful pass, beautiful lead. Everything was fantastic there. And Cooper Nykamp with the opportunity to get the immediate response. Centre clearance. 10 minutes gone. Lobethal just cut the margin to 3 points. Opening 2 goals of this third term to Carter. As we said, hadn't kicked a goal in the opening half. And here's Nykamp. 45-degree angle for the response. And it's come immediately. Brilliant. Centre clearance there for the Magpies and a goal to Nykamp.
So it's the 2 spearheads at each end. Benny holding court at the moment. Carter with 2 to open the second half, and then Nykamp replying for the Pies, as you said. It's come under a little bit of pressure, but it's great to see 2 tradesmen at work at each end of the ground. Accurate kick there, as you can see. James Davis there coming right over the shoulder, captured it nicely. So good game of footy here. And the Adelaide Hills and Shorts broke a scoreboard. It's the Pies 6-8 leading the visitors Tigers 5-5 in third term here. Of course, being brought to you by Hagen Menzel Contractors here at German Arms Oval.
Alrighty. Back in the middle, Braidwood versus Daniel Roberts. Daniel Roberts won that one out. Riley set upon cricket pitch area. So Roberts once again versus Braidwood. Braidwood won that one down. Slung to the ground there was Collins.
Aidan Riley just questioning umpire Holmes there, but was that a sling? No, the rules have changed, of course. Still giving him a bit of advice, the boy from Illawarra.
Just wondering if Pearling's all right, Pistols. Just getting that hamstring worked over with a bit of massaging.
We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Hopgood goes forward. Dylan Variety puts towards the top of the square. Nycap territory. Pedler was brought to the ground. Here's a chance for Giorgio, I think it is. Gets the ball clear. Followed up there by Pedler. Ball bandled over the boundary line.
Yeah.
So we might have something to show you on display here during the three-quarter time
Yep,
break.
three-quarter time, yep.
But
So
good
yeah.
game of footy. 34 plays 35. So 9-point margin in favour of the Magpies, who, what have they won, Jaden?
47
games in a row here at the home deck. So ball comes down there trying to burst his way through. Looks like it might be Benny Salt. Held up in a tackle.
He's just on the bench at the moment for Hahndorf. Sam Williams, Grivell and Pearling. Just getting that hamstring worked over. Oh, he's currently in the dugout area. So meantime, here's Sam Hayden, goes to Trent Mail. Kick inside 50 for Hahndorf. Big contest. Ball hits the deck. Trying to scout it there was Nightcamp. Clearing kick out of the fence for the Tigers. Almost a mark there for Hahndorf by Troy Parker Bors. Went one way then the other. I think that was Ben Curry. Oh, he's dumped him. Matt Collins. Golding a little bit frustrated there in the coaching box. I could hear him.
Looks like Cooper Skidder will take the resultant free kick.
So previously, would that have been
could have been a yellow card, but they've
Changed it
eased
this
on
week.
that because you've got to be sure if you're going to send someone off the ground. As Skinner puts it high, Collins is the target on his head. Good spore at the back bottom Leak. He made sure he wants to mark that time. Here's Hopgood ducks his head as he tries to get through. Followed up nicely was Leak. Followed up the spore brilliantly. Then puts the ball forward. Oh, over the back of the pack. I tell you, good defensive work there.
Took it off the ground, hit the post.
Might have been McWalters, perhaps. Or maybe even Riley Skinner there, who, if you watch that, it was going to be a perfect run-in goal follow-up here, but some good work. Might it be Riley Skinner in the sleeves here as he closes in? You'll see him to the right of the screen. Yes, just knocked the Hahndorf player. It might have been Xander, just off balance enough to... so he didn't get a goal short. So, here we go.
Yep, away. Tigers, a couple of bounces. Trying to get away Collins. Shrugged aside Trent Mail. The other shot from 45 metres to right on 50, right to the line. It's a mark there to Carter. As his normal opponent, Pearling, just currently going through his paces here. Pistols with his hamstring heavily wrapped up or strapped.
So, here we go. Where's the 10-minute arc? The safety zone, because there's a few blokes in there. Sammy Hayden, aware if there's going to be a run round here from Carter. So he's kicked 2 goals already in this term in the opening 14 minutes. So chance here to narrow the margin back to 4 points, boys. It's Carter.
Kicked it.
Former Nord Junior. What's the result here from umpire
That's a
Chris
goal.
Benner? Says yes, indeed. So Carter with 3 goals for the term here in the Hagen Menzel Contractors. So on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard, it's ring-a-ding-ding game here. 14.5 minutes gone. 6-9 Pies plays 6-5 Tigers for the Courier Cup.
Well, it's a great match now. 4 points the margin. After Hahndorf kicked the first 2 goals of the match to Cooper Hoff inside 2 minutes. Gradually but surely, Lobethal got themselves back into it and now closed the margin down to 4 points.
Pies have kicked 1-3, the Lobethal 3 straight.
So Braidwood got it to Grigg. Snaps the ball inside 50. Dropping back there is Trent Mail. Hahndorf's defence will have to work as a strong team now with Pearling off the ground. Here's Ingram. Half back line. Hayden leading, wanting it. So Ingram will stroll past us in the commentary position. Braidwood camping himself beautifully, and that's a great mark. So big Braidwood just near Lobethal's interchange bench. They're starting to sniff something here. Braidwood kicks it towards the half-forward line. Collins went up. Ball hits the deck. Nice work there by Curry. Tried to get it to Riley. Handball out by Leak. Got it to Troy Parker Bors. Ball's fumbling around. Nice work by Hahndorf. Sam Williams is away.
So, puts it forward. Nycamp territory. Elliott fisting the ball, but umpire Taylor just indicating a bit of push there. Illegally applied pressure to Niekamp. So Niekamp, this quarter, has already kicked one, but puts it across to this man Hoff, I think it is, who opened the game sensational style. Two goals in the opening 2 minutes to get the Hahndorf Football Club a 14-point margin at quarter time. They held 13 points at half time, and now it's been reduced back to 4 points. So very important kick here by Cooper Hoff as we're about to approach 16 and a half minutes here in this third term.
Just Scott Perling have a bit of a chat to Matt Golding. He might come back on here, or he's saying I'm not too sure, so we'll find out.
So Hoff, as we said, going for his third and his 28th goal of the year. He's pulled it across the face. So 1 goal 4 is the return for Hahndorf in this third quarter, brought to you by Hagen Menzel's Contractors and Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers. Scoreboard moves on to 6-10 to 6-5.
I guess it's a risk, Pistols, isn't it? If you bring him back on, he might. Well, if he's just strained it. You don't want to pull it.
13,
you know.
Penny, and not saying.
But obviously they want to win this.
Not saying he's getting any younger, and might take a while to get over these injuries. It's such a valuable commodity.
If he's only strained it, you don't want to pull it.
Jaden J.
Cheers, thanks Pistols. So 23 kicks to 17 in favour of Lobethal. The inside 50, 7-6 in favour of Hahndorf. And actually, Pistols, we've got something for you in the three-quarter time break. A stat or result you would like, I reckon.
Looks like he's going to come back on, Pistols. Maybe they'll chuck him forward. We'll find out. Just saying.
Well, we've seen that happen before.
Sam Hayden, meantime, kicks the ball to the half-forward line. Backing back is Mitch Jenkins, takes a mark there, half-back line. The match is...
hello to Janice and Al. Sun themselves at Brew. Bit of sun here, still golden as well.
Lovely conditions. That, what'd you say, 10 degrees? Feels like 12?
No, it was 10, feels like 8.
Sam Hayden taking some big marks in the last minute.
Really like it is in Broome. So underground clearance. Deflected. Here's a chance for Cooper Luke. Runs through the cricket pitch area because he's very good when they
Here's Carter.
In the summer. And nice delivery to Russ Carter, who certainly stepped.
Well, 3 goals with Perling off.
Yep, so lifts the eyes. There's Tigers everywhere here. Picks out McWaters. McWaters in turn. Got a loose man and picks out Riley. Meanwhile, the whistle's gone. And a holding on down the free. Down Parker Bowles, I think, of the Troy variety on Mitch Grigg, I think you'll find. And he's not very happy. He's actually explaining to the umpire. I'd like to see that footage again. You can't touch the umpire, Troy. AFL, you're in big trouble. Toby Green, you get life. So, Mitchy Grigg, chance for his second for the afternoon here, boys. So,
this to put the Tigers in for the first time today. They're in front, and Mitch Grigg had a bit of a word there to Troy Parker Paws.
So the Grigg Master General.
Well, they're still going at it.
So, game on here.
I told you, he's gone forward.
Well, we've seen that happen before with success. Game at Mount Barker one day, Goldie.
Maybe just, he's gone to full forward. So Scott Perling's gone to full forward here.
As we see Mitch Grigg here. And just watch this. He'll just cool calmly puts it over the top of the goal umpire's head. So, on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard, 6-10 Hahndorf cling to the lead over the surging Tigers.
Yep, back in the middle. Here's Troy Parker Bores. He's got a lot of head up steam. Here's a Parker Bores opportunity. Kicks the ball forward. Dylan Hopgood went one way, then the other. Snaps the ball forward. Perling territory. Brings the ball to the ground level. Off hands. Hoff sniffing. Tigers looking to clear the ball here through the Sheriff. Finds a teammate there. Skinner, I think it is.
So Jaden J. Hill, when was the last time Hahndorf were behind in a third quarter as they now a point deficit? We'll leave that one with you.
At Hahndorf Oval.
At Hahndorf. Ball comes out into Ingram. He's caught up a great tackle applied there by Fuller. Umpire said he had no prior. So just really bringing the intensity now, Lobethal. They've got their nose in.
Whoa, what about that?
Yeah, high leap by Cooper Skinner. Luke feeds the ball up the line, trying to find Curry. Ball comes back here to Grigg, controls it well. High kick right in front of their cameraman
Good
James
punch.
Davis.
Good work,
Good
Gribble.
defensive ball by Gribble.
So Perling's opposed to Giorgio.
Bit of an experience there.
Joel Leake has to
So
contain
once again,
Carter
you can
down the
just
other
feel
end.
Tension in the crowd here.
1 point in the margin, boundary throw in, 21-minute mark, third term, Courier Cup final, top versus second on the ladder. Great contest so far. Daniel Roberts front positioned against Cooper Skinner. Ingram set upon immediately by Fuller. Manages to shrug him aside. Ball pops out to Williams. Cooper Luke applying plenty of heat. Ball spills out. Here's Stafford. Clever handle over the top. Sets up Collins. and he's ragdolled to the ground. Tackle, centre pitch area in the sunshine. Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers scoreboard. Hahndorf 6-10, Lobethal 7-5, 22-minute mark.
Pies 1-4 for the term, 4 straight to Lobethal. The tail at the tape at the moment. Here comes out here to Hayden. Gets assistance there
Clayman.
from Kleeman. Puts it forward. Good use of the body down there by Pedler. Impressed me today, this young fellow. Hasn't played too much A-grade football. Cleverly puts it forward towards Perling. Ball deflected forward, trying to crash his way through with Stafford. He's got support back there. Round the corner is Mitch Jenkins. Puts it back for Salt. Salt drops what he should have taken. Oh, strong work there by Fuller.
Oh,
good work off the ball by Scroby. Gave him space to move. Puts it up here to Big D. Rob, this could be interesting. Oh, I thought it was going to be... Harry, off to the races. Tries a underground bouncer. And only a point, but exciting stuff. Yes, I thought Big D, Rob and Mitch Carter coming the other way there, Goldie. Could have been... wow. The Big Bang Theory.
That was fantastic. There's plenty of highlights in this one. So kick in. Joel Parker balls. What's the margin now? 2 points. So Joel Parker balls will bring the ball in. Kicks the ball outside of defensive 50. Setting himself there was Nykamp. Good spoil over the back. Gone out of bounds. Lobethal 48.
48 plays 46. Let's wait
Yep.
for our scoreboard to catch up here.
Yeah, that's
Look at
right.
that, through the magic of the technology.
So boundary throw in outside the half forward line. So we head towards 23-minute mark. Lobethal have kicked 4 goals in this term. Nykamp 1. Daniel Roberts. Hayden. Oh, Cooper Skinner did nice to McWaters on that left boot. Kick inside 50. Slits catch. Curry.
I tell you, all the attention there was on Greg. If we'd see that replay, as the ball coming from McWaters, I think it was. So you can see the ball in.
Curry, former Henley Sharks gun. Been at the club for a few years.
Loves kicking a goal. Now you can see Greg was all the attention, and over the back he just slipped into no man's land and took it. So Loves kicking a goal here, Benny. So we'll see the reaction here if he does kick this, because not only a goal for himself, but to extend this lead to 8 points. So Curry, kick from about 40 out.
He's kicked it.
So Tigers certainly stamping a claim for their first Courier Cup victory since 20 years ago.
I reckon
2002.
Perling's day's done. Pistols is off now and getting that hamstring iced up.
Yep. So I said tail to tape here. 5 goals, 1 the Tigers have kicked to 1 goal, 4. Bear in mind they'll be coming down the slope at the end here, so they might have the slight advantage here as far as working hard
Jaden.
up the field, but you can't knock off this Hahndorf side. They're never beaten until the final siren, that's for sure. It's such an imposing record over the last few years. Here's
Jaden,
a chance
you got some-
to come again.
Jaden?
Oh, yep. So you asked for the start when Hahndorf trailed at 3/4 time.
Yep.
It's actually in the grand final they trailed at 3/4 time. I'm currently looking at the stat here at Hahndorf though. So, but the last time they trailed at 3/4 time was last year's grand final by 3 points.
So Troy Parker Bowles winning a free
Yep.
kick there against his adversary this afternoon in Aidan Riley. Wouldn't have run in those blokes. in the
Yep.
dark
He kicks
night.
the ball inside 50. Putting up the mitts there will look like Hopgood. Ball pops out. Here's Williams. He needs to lead the captain by example, and he's done that with a goal. All right.
You can just hear the enthusiasm from the Hahndorf. They sense the challenge. A few
Magpies.
Leighton Hewitt styles
Yep.
come on there.
I'll have to do it without the goat.
First goal since the 10-minute mark.
Jaden's ready.
And I've just found the stat for when Hahndorf trailed at 3/4 time here. It was actually round 9 last year against your Radler. They were down by
That's
4
right.
points, and Hahndorf came back to win by 20
I
points.
tell you, can't ride off Hahndorf and you can't ride off our man Jaden J when
No,
it comes to
he's looking through the
stats.
He's got an incredible
Yeah, look at
big
him.
file system
He's
back
got a
there.
whole brown-built cabinet he brings
It's
every
unbelievable.
week.
So in the middle, Daniel Roberts versus Cooper Skinner. This is a fantastic match between the two heavyweights this season in the Courier Cup final. 2 points the margin. Troy Parker Boers set sails towards the pocket area. And a mark there near the scoreboard taken by Steve Huckster. As time continues to tick down here, 2 points the margin. Filming footy on YouTube and of course Call of the Wild. and a lofty 88.9 Adelaide Hills Community Radio. Get around it.
So McWaters, good tackle applied there, locking up Braden Hopgood just on the edge of the 50-metre arc. So the Tigers will be keen to push the ball out of the defensive area and up the other end of the ground. Roberts gets it down. Here's a chance for Salt, was it? Running around, coming to meet the ball. Comes back to Salt. He goes
Cooper
to the ground.
Hoff, free kick, I think.
Actually, it was Sammy Hayden, not Hop, but in the meantime, it's Benny Goldfinch called Cooper Hoff, who kicked a goal from that particular spot early in the game. In fact, he kicked the first two. So Cooper Hoff, the chance here.
Tossing a bit of the grass, Lloyd style.
So a chance to seize the lead back for the Magpies. As Benny Goldfinch said, a ring-a-ding-ding battle here for the Courier Cup. As they trail by 2 points, 26 minutes gone here on Adelaide Hills Insurance Broker scoreboard. So Cooper Hoff sets sail.
Goal!
His teammates like it, so does he. So his third and probably most important goal of the afternoon so far, Benny.
Yep, Mitch Gregg coming back on the ground. Double change for the Tigers. Cooper Luke coming off along with Charlie Powell and Curry coming on.
So we dare say this is going to go down to the wire, Jaden J.
Yes, ring-a-ding-ding, like you always say, Pistols.
So Gregg straight to the middle. Daniel Roberts, Sam Williams, Troy Parker-Bors, Sam Hayden, Cooper Skinner, Matt Fuller, Mitch Gregg and Aidan Riley.
I'll tell you what's going to go down to the line, the barometer.
Just checking where...
Zero out.
Big Braidwood's full forward for the Tigers.
So,
back in the middle here. Mac Fuller kicks the ball forward. Could have been held on to there was Pring. Meantime, Joel Leake wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire letting it go. Curry the tackler. So inside 50 for the Tigers late in this third term. 4 points the margin. Hahndorf's way. They've hit back after the Tigers hit the lead. Here's Joel Parker-Bors. Braidwood wrapped him up, and he's deemed it's a throw.
Illegal disposal. Hahndorf boys not... Well,
Matt Golding not happy.
Voicing their disapproval. We'll have to look at that one on the replay here. So just what's the reply?
Let's have a look.
Oh, yes.
Gee,
Could,
50-50.
Well, it's probably there. He didn't make contact with the ball, which the rule says, so 50-50. But anyway, the
last thing you want to do is stir up Mick, though.
Tigers have got the free kick. That's all that counts for them. So here's a chance for Pring. You have to get a kick their first goal 19 minutes into the first term. He's pulled this one across the face. So perhaps poetic reward would be the cry from the Hahndorf coaching box, I'd suggest.
Yes.
But 3 point margin here, 8-10 plays 8-7 in favour of the Magpies on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers. Nearly 29 minutes gone in this third quarter, brought to you by Hagen Menzel's Contractors.
Yeah, we're set for a big final quarter here, Pistols. Jaden, as Joel Parker-Bors brings the ball in, right in front of the coaching box for Hahndorf. Daniel Roberts went up, offhand. Xavier Parker-Bors goes to Cooper Nykamp, kicks the ball to half forward line, floating across nicely as Steve Huckster takes the mark.
Slow start to the season with injury, Benny, but good to see him back in recent weeks. The experienced Huckster played in their last loss for Hahndorf, is it?
So they're like, yes, Hahndorf's last loss here against Lobie.
Holding on, free kick, Troy Parker-Bors. He'll kick the ball deep inside 50. Pack forms, off hands. Oh, here's a chance for Zander, beautifully off to Hayden. And he's just missed. Just check out here. Yep, there's the hamstring all.
Rather disconsolate in the bottom of the picture, you can see the Adelaide Hills Insurance Broker sign, just the beard of Scott Perling there looks a little bit disconsolate. Perhaps
got the hamstring.
The day's done, but maybe a couple of weeks. We hope not. Such a great footballer, and he's not named the GOAT for nothing.
So kick outside of defensive 50 for Lobethal. Big pack. And that's a good mark there by Carter. And that's three-quarter time.
So, three-quarter time, Hahndorf with their nose in front, 8-11, plays 8-7 on the Adelaide Insurance Brokers scoreboard. So, 4 point margins to teams head into lemon time with 1 quarter to go in this Courier Cup final, and also the battle for the minor premiership.
So just Matt Fuller's just having a bit of a word here to some of the players. All a bit of banter.
Okay, yeah, well, a respected rivalry between the two teams, we
on.
know that. So we're all anticipating a big last quarter. You see Scott Perling, number 16, in the centre of the screen there with his well, his hamstring heavily iced. So, as we said, looks like his day is done. And the third quarter's done for Hagen Menzel's Contractors, and we'll be back here shortly. German Arms Oval, Call to Wild, coming to you through Filming Footy. Back here live on the Call of the Wild, just looking at some of those three-quarter highlights here at German Arms Oval in Hahndorf, and a ring-a-ding-ding all set here for the last quarter as Hahndorf with their nose in front, 8-11 to 8-7, so a 4-point ball game. And, well, we've been lucky enough to procure the Courier Cup here, doing some very good modelling work here this afternoon. Goldie is our man, Jaden J, so that's the... That's the pennant that they get.
This was the whole
Cup. There we go. And of course the trophy. Yep. And if you look at that, it's Hahndorf just dominating it. It's like the America's Cup. It's been anchored there. So in about half an hour's time, one of these two sides will be taking possession of that in a really good game of footy, Benny. So a bit of urgency in the Hahndorf huddle there, but. Yeah, as we said, they lead by 4 points, 8-11 to 8-7. And the
lights are on.
Will be lights are on. Plenty of people here. And last quarter will be brought to you by Hogan Insurance Solutions. So, minor premiership on the line, the Courier Cup. Umpire Holmes holds the ball off. Benny Goldfinch is your caller.
Yep. Both sides very vocal at three-quarter time. Tigers looking for their first Courier Cup win since 2002, same year as they won the premiership. Hahndorf looking for 8 Courier Cups in a row. Kick forward. Giorgio went up. Ball hits the deck. Here's a chance for Xavier Parker Ball. Sam Williams, the captain. And he's just missed to the right. Hahndorf on the board early in the final term. They lead by 5 points. 8-12 to 8-7. So Tim Jenkin will bring the ball in from the club room end. Tigers kicking towards the Pine Avenue end in this final term. Kicks the ball out towards the coaching box for Hahndorf. Hopgood off hands is Ingram. Goes on the right left boot. Kick inside 50. Zander diving. Drops the mark. Troy Parker Boers fend off against Jenkin. Got a kick away about 2 metres. Team tackle there. Daniel Zander earning the free kick. Good tackle against Matt Scroby. And we'll have an opportunity to kick the ball inside 50 with Nykamp and co down there, along with Pedler. So Zander goes a short pass. Drifting into space is Nick Ingram. Bit of advice from the great man, BJ Yench.
Bread and butter, he reckons.
Well, maybe he's been to the BJ Kicking Academy. So James Davis, Cameron right over the shoulder here at the comb over man Nicky Ingram.
Well, so BJ's done a bit of work with the players this year.
Yes, so we'll be able to see the progress. And
right behind it. Look at this shot.
There we go. Great shots there on Filming Footy. Sets on its way.
Oh, BJ, spot on.
He was
BJ,
right. Yep.
little word of advice there from the
Cheers.
great man.
Yep.
The man who's kicked more goals in the history of the Hahndorf Football Club than anyone else, just giving his seal of approval there.
Yeah, just leaning over the fence.
So,
Words
the
of
start they
encouragement.
needed inside the first 2 minutes. The goal stretches the margin out. 10 points.
Guy just standing on the fence here, is that possible? Those group there, just that.
So, just around the ground, 3/4 time for Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers. Blackwood 9-14, the Raiders 9-9. They're not going away, Benny. And over at Heathfield, Nan Bremer 9-9, Mount Lofty 8-7. So, 2 big games in progress. We'll bring you scores throughout. So, here's Williams trying to bullock his way through. Comes back to another ball, and Grigg, who gets a clearing kick for the Tigers, playing in front and taking defensive mark there. His Salt looks like he's been transitioned into defence, Benny.
Yep, half back line. As you can see, leaning on the fence here, Pistols is the great man. There he is, BJ. On the we got him on the footage there with Trent Shorland and
Yes.
co. So he'd be happy with
You
that.
see the angst on his face.
No, he's chewing some gum.
Yeah.
He's chewing some gum. Back to the action, meantime. That's good. All right, here's a chance for the Pies once again. Daniel Zander gets the ball from Cooper Hoff.
Oh,
Hey, check it out. Up there.
yeah.
That's one of the best seats in the house up there.
Just
Hey, James.
get just James to
James.
raise the camera there.
Just those people on stand. He's just in the zone at the moment.
There he's in the zone.
We'll wait till he kicks this.
Tense moment for everyone if he just, after he kicks it.
They've got the best seat in the house.
Zander here.
Standing up top there. Daniel
Shot
Zander.
at goal. Daniel Zander.
He's kicked it. Yeah. Jaden. Just, there we go.
So access all areas here.
There's one group. And then just a bit on.
Just to their right, if we can pan around to the right, past the light pole. There we
Look
go.
at that.
Look at
That
this.
is sensational.
It's the hands in the pocket. Just
Great
to keep
view.
the fingers warm.
And a bit of
And
a bit of
and to
a
the left, the hoodies.
bit of a onesie.
Yeah, so onesie of the day. You need them this afternoon. But in the meantime,
Yep.
hot stuff from Hahndorf. They move along to 10-12 to 8-7 here. 4 minutes in on the Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers. The final term brought to you by Hogan Insurance Solutions, Courier Cup and Minor Premiership on the line.
This is impressive. Start the final term. 2 goals inside 3 minutes. Ingram and Zander. Tigers once again need a response.
Oh,
Coming through.
T-Rob.
D-Rob. Thanks very much. Ben Salt around the area here. Works the ball nicely usually in these situations. That's gone out of bounds near Cooper Skinner.
So, of course, with the loss of strategic loss of the great man Perling, they've sent Ben Salt back there. So,
Yeah,
good
gives them
move,
a-
I'd suggest, by Coach Golding. Well, he's won 4
a
flags in a row.
force move. Yep. Boundary throw in. Daniel Roberts front position against Skinner. Riley. And held up. Half forward line for the Tigers.
Just getting a feeling, I know it's early days, you just think Lobethal need a steadying goal here, just to weather this early onslaught in the last quarter from the Magpies. 2 goals in 2 and a bit minutes as they go forward again. Here's Stafford, the boy from Lenswood, shoots the handball out here to Grigg. Kick is smothered by Hayden, who gathers the ball. Grigg follows up here, coming through is Williams. Oh, sells some candy nicely, gets clear. Here's the Sheriff. Goes Nycamp. Nycamp goes on his own. Did he claim the mark? No. Sheriff follows up. Oh, slips through. It's Nycamp. Puts it.
Oh!
Joel
Cooper
Parker
Hoff.
goals. That is Cooper Hoff, sorry.
Taking
That
a
is
one-hander.
Fantastic
The
one-hander.
people on the back of the...
They even got the hands out of the pockets to applaud. That's how good that was. So, Cooper Hoff.
kicked the first 2 goals of the match.
Kicked 3 for the game. Maybe he's been effective this afternoon, Jaden J.
Yes.
There'll be a lot of people hoping to get that coveted dartfish beanie this afternoon.
Yes.
Put it straight on and keep the noggin warm.
Yep, you'll need it.
So, Hoff. Set sail.
Right to the
Gonna
line.
go across the front. Fisted through.
A few more comments coming in. Mitch Weeks, loving the calls. Boys, sitting in Coffin Bay front bar.
Ah, Mitchie. stuffing yourself with
After
stout
that.
and oysters, I'd reckon.
Evie Porter, great call, guys. Have been watching on my computer and listening on Lofty when I went outside, so that's great. So, yeah, no, thanks very much for all the comments.
So,
People
Mitchie Greg on that
locally and internationally.
long raking left foot puts it up. Here's a chance. Off hands on the Squid, got 2 bites to it. Hahndorf once again. Hopgood, D-Rob under pressure. Toe pokes right forward, comes to Williams. Clever handball to the run out
Joel.
there.
Joel Parker Bowles.
Puts it forward to Nightcap, and I tell you what, the Hahndorf machine is just starting to slip into gear nicely.
Sheriff's
Precision
not happy.
football. So, loose man here, he's followed down. It's a
Nice
game
game over.
over. Oh, he's just run into space like a, wow.
Unregistered dog.
Well-groomed dog, though.
Well-groomed dog, absolutely.
The
Very
game over.
well-groomed dog.
So, Nicky Ingram.
I think he brought up his 100th or 150th.
Yes, kicked the opening goal this term to mount the charge by the Pies, and now the chance to kick his second within 6 minutes. So Nicky Ingram, BJ not worrying about any advice this time because he knows where the goals are. Nicky. So Ingram once again.
Good boy, says BJ.
BJ's happy with it. The Magpies are happy with it. And even the crowd on the hill once again get the hands out. So Hahndorf just getting a vital little break here.
Double change here for,
Stages.
looks like both sides.
Early
Kleeman
stats.
coming on. Xavier Parker balls off. Jaden, you go.
Yeah, so 9 kicks to 5 in favour of Hahndorf at the moment, guys. 4 inside 50s to 1, and the marks 3 each. So yeah, Hahndorf slowly getting a lead here and running away a little bit.
3 goals to open up the final term, extend their lead, 11-13 to 8-7, 9-minute mark at the Courier Cup final, back in the middle. Oh, Sam Williams, that was sensational. Champagne football, Bruce McAvaney would say, Pistols.
Absolutely.
Can we get a look at that? Sam Williams' handball was elite.
Of course, great ruck work from the big fella, Daniel Roberts.
That's all right. That's the kick. We didn't have...
It's Ingram's last kick.
Oh, meantime, just beautiful stuff.
Pass out here, Joel Parker Bowles.
Just on a few occasions, boys, yeah, at least checking from Lobethal's defence. And
So Joel Parker Bowles yet to get a goal this afternoon. He's kicked 7 for the season. Benny.
Oh, hit the post.
Poster. Very unfortunate there, but enough to extend the lead.
So, Giorgio, what can he do to Skipper? Drives the ball outside the defensive 50. Oh, up over the top there. I think that was Scroby. He's given away a free kick against Griville.
Actually, Ulrich it was.
Ulrich, sorry. 3/4 time. Hahndorf led by 4 points. Kicked 3 unanswered goals to start the final term.
Yep, 11-14 to 8-7.
So, yep. Griville goes to Xander. What's going on? Oh, behind the play.
Oh, something's happened here. We haven't caught that. He hasn't moved. Hahndorf player here. Oh, look at him. Alex Giorgio might be the villain here. Response here. I tell you what, this is going to get very nasty. Game that's been played fair, but in spirits, considering the ceremony before the game, they all joined in and the smoking ceremony. But I tell you what, this is a very ugly scene here in Hills football. It's the player slowly getting to his feet behind, I think. I think it might be Hopgood, is it?
Jaw.
Out the back there. At the trainer, you can just see the white, black and white cap. Yeah, Hopgood, is it? Holding his jaw. And, yeah. So, Hahndorf crowd venting their displeasure at one particular Tigers player. So the resultant free kick will come back here to Xander, I think it is.
I think Mick's saying I
Didn't see it.
didn't see it.
Cameron Xander will be the recipient of the free kick. Because his brother kicking a goal earlier in the season and early in this quarter.
course.
So,
This will be interesting final period of the game, Pistols,
yeah.
after that.
So a little bit of push and shove and just every
I
player.
reckon the
every
next
player
collision will be
just
interesting.
about in the back end. Giorgio just getting
They're
a bit
frothing
of
at the
treatment
bit for this contest. You watch this.
Yeah. Big D Rob in there. So
Here we go.
Here we go.
D-Rob.
Anywhere Alex Giorgio is, watch the action. Ball deflected off there. That could be last touch played as it actually came off
25 points the margin.
So, plenty of action here. 11.5 minutes gone in the final term. Being brought to you by Hogan Insurance Solutions. Bit of fire in the game here. Courier Cup final. Hahndorf with the game in hand at the moment. You think 11,
Of course,
14,
Dylan
8,
Hopgood played a bit of time at Lobethal.
Yep, but I tell you what.
Boundary throw-in situation inside 50
it's on the edge here.
Here's Daniel Roberts, got it. Was Matt Fuller, kicks on the left. Braden Hopgood presenting himself, big pack forms, good sponge, double punch, Carter. Here's Salt meantime, kick inside 50, Nykamp will fly!
Great mark. Great pressure mark as the ball came in, and a certain Lobethal defender being asked where was he. So, Cooper Nykamp. 2 goals for this afternoon as we watch that once again the ball come in, and this is a great mark on the lead. Great hands as we've talked about him not only today but all throughout the season when we've covered Hahndorf. Great pair of hands this young man. Came into the game with 29 goals. As said, this will be goal
Terrible
number
kick.
3, but unfortunately he's
I didn't say that, someone else did.
So, Jaden J.
Cheers, thanks, Bishop. So
Have
15
you got
kicks.
the stat for scoring
to
punches
6.
like ringside?
Oh, no, I don't. But 15 kicks to 6 in favour of Hahndorf at the moment. As Jenkins goes out.
Oh, it's on behind play.
50 behind.
Xander and Jenkins just having a bit of a chat.
Lobethal trying to go forward here, but holding the ball.
Yep.
Good work, Jaden. All right, so Troy Parker Balls once again. Plenty of repeat forward entries. Parker Balls will kick the ball in. The Sheriff off hands. Here's Kleeman. One way then the other. What's he going to... Oh, young man's just missed. What's the inside 50s for this quarter, Jaden?
The inside 50s here.
Inside 50s is 8-1 in favour of Hahndorf, so absolutely thrashing them in that area.
They've kicked 3 goal 5. If they've been straight trained, it'd be all over. Not saying
Yes.
it's not insurmountable at the moment. 11-15, the Magpies leading the Tigers 8-7 as everyone's popular man Alex Giorgio brings the ball back in to play. Big pack, ball comes down, taken there by Pring, dispossessed. Big Daniel Roberts getting involved there, goes to ground the big man. Sorry, yes it was Daniel Roberts. Of course the Cavalry arrive in the next couple of weeks with his brother Luke coming back after sunning himself in the Riviera overseas. Doing all those
Here's
things.
Hopgood meantime. Here's Xander. Paddles it on, tried to get it to Ingram, but brushing it aside equally there was Scroby. Kick inside 50, presenting up. Target was Carter. Kicked 3 goals in the third term. Great work from Joel Leake, having to do it there without purling. He's off the ground. Here's Troy Parker Balls. He'll set the Magpies inside 50. Nykamp 1 against 3. Drifting across there as Mitch Jenkins takes the mark into defensive 50. And he's looking to move it. Janice will like that one. Won't like the scoreline at the moment. Hahndorf leading 11-16 to Lobethal 8-7.
So Parker Bowles takes the mark, but looks like a free kick being given. That should be 50, not handed back on the full, I'd suggest. And the umpire's coach is actually in the area. But anyway.
Had a bit to focus on this quarter.
So high kick forward, Carter territory, ball comes down there. Handball fed out to Hayden. Getting involved there was Oric. Hopgood in there. Oric over the top of him, just holding the ball in there. So
Lobethal did hit the lead in that third term, Pistols.
Yep, Mitch Griggs' goal put him a point ahead, and Curry with a goal, follow-up. But Hahndorf led by 4 points at three-quarter time. They've extended that now. It's 11-15 to 8-7 here in the Call to Wild. And thanks to our sponsors, Harcourts, Adelaide Hills, Rossdale Homes, Haig and Mansell Contractors, and Hogan Insurance Solutions for the Hahndorf Football Club. Meanwhile, Mick's picked out a free here to Mitchie Grigg. And of course, for Lobethal Football Club, Closey Supermarkets, Thomas Foods International, G. Hughes Constructions, Lot 100 Mismatch, Lone Cove Financial Services, Kleeman Funeral, and Quick Copy. So, Mitch Grigg, can he just pull back a major? Big, long kick. Meanwhile, looks like infringed the mark.
Okay.
Umpire Holmes on the spot. So, Mitchell Grigg will be advanced right to the goal face. So, you dare say he will kick this goal, which will just ping him back a bit here as we approach the 16-minute mark here. So Grigg wastes no time. So first goal of what's been an action-packed final term for the Tigers. So 16 minutes. Still the way they move the ball, still time here. 9-7. 11-16.
Aidan Riley on the ground. Matt Fuller, Cooper Luke, Braidwood in the middle. Got to get back-to-back goals here to Tigers. Sam Williams, Sam Hayden. Xavier Parker-Ball's having a bit of a go in ruck, and Troy Parker-Ball's in there. So, guess big D-Rob off the ground at the moment. So, here's Hayden. Class. Kicks the ball towards the half-forward line. Here's Xander versus Huckster, tight on the boundary, right in front of us. Ball shove it out the back. Tunnel ball style. That stayed alive. That's all in. Scroby got it to Timmy Jenkin. Inside out Torpedo along the wing. Hopgood. Braden variety with his brother off the ground. So Hopgood kicks in the middle of the ground. Finds Troy Parker-Bors. Had a runner in Salt. So Troy Parker-Bors kicks the ball out towards the wing. Juggling the mark. Almost was Trent Mail. Kept his feet nicely. Did it very nicely. Kicks the ball inside 50. Nykamp presenting. Standing strong there was Matt Fuller. Centre-half back area for the Tigers, who need to get a bit of a motor on now.
He puts it out towards the big man and Jimmy Braidwood. Puts up the big Dukes and takes the mark on the outer inch wing. In turn, nurses it forward. He's got a runner here in Mitch Jenkin down from his defensive post. The young man takes the mark, so Mitch Jenkin. Now, next kick, very important. Chips it across to Fuller. So, Matty Fuller, as we said, past playing coach, Norwood Premiership player.
Was it the Bulldogs as well? Western Bulldogs?
On the list. So, goes long on that left foot, top of the square, Carter territory. Ball defended here. Oh,
Nice
doing
work.
it nicely. Hahndorf has
Fabian
done so
Parker
well in
Bors.
front of the scoreboard, 11-16 to 8-7.
Yep.
Adelaide Hills and Shorts Brokers out here to wins.
Ah,
Oh, that's
Williams.
a superb effort. Brilliant. You can hear the call from Benny Golfich as he gave it to Mail, but the Sheriff and Elliott. But Sam Williams, the one motion, handball, grabbing handball.
He's done that a few times in this quarter. Here he is, an opportunity once again. Off hands. Hold it up, they say. Centre-half forward area for the Tigers. So, Tigers desperately need another one. Off hands. Parker Balls. Ball spills out. Here's Greg. Interception. Hayden, look away handball. Huckster. Kick's gone 15 high, 5 metres long. And once again, up. Oh, a bit of push and shove behind play here. Oh, Mitch Grigg. He's given away a free kick.
Oh,
It's on.
Hopgood
Yeah, there's a
stand.
bit behind the play there.
Mitch Grigg saying, what about, obviously he was in third. Riley in there as you expect. Just loving the situation. I tell you what, the umpires,
James, just keep it on that, James.
meanwhile the ball forward here. Getting very, very ugly. Fuller's involved. Riley, Cooper Skinner.
That's right, James. We'll call it. You.
Meanwhile, action up the other end where the football's being played. It's
Yep.
Parker Biles of the Joel variety with another chance to kick a goal. Which could be the fourth for the quarter for the Magpies. So sets it on its way.
Not
Holding and pushing there. Elliott
Sheriff.
puts it through the behinds. So very heated final and quarter here, Benny. It's,
Could say that.
Timmy the Tractor comes out, puts it straight down the centre. Ah, good mark taken there. I tell you what, he's had a very good game this afternoon.
Braden Hopgood, absolutely.
I tell you, he might be high in the most effective. And this man too, Nicky Ingram, he's been effective what he's done.
Well, Daniel Roberts is off. Perling's off now.
So, yeah, some of their key men off the ground, but it's still pretty well the Pies. Comes forward to Nykamp. He's moved out under the ball.
Sheriff's down.
George.
Sheriff's not good.
And, yeah, James Elliott just right in front of us. Didn't get a shot of that. He's in all sorts of trouble.
Sheriff's not good at all.
So, Academy boy will pitch the ball right in front of our commentary spot, and thanks to the Hahndorf Football Club for their hospitality. Troy Parker, Bars and Greg, like two bulls going at it there. 0-0 draw is the call from umpire Taylor. So 20 minutes, just about 21 ticked over in the corner. Wild Hahndorf, you think, have secured an 8th Courier Cup win. Giorgio takes the mark to the Bronx cheers of the Hahndorf crowd here, puts it back forward. Bouncing ball coming out here. Handball back there from Leake. Finds Salt. Salt out here and they're off to the races.
Yeah,
the
Joel
Pies.
Parker Balls, half back line. He's had a big last quarter. Cooper Hoff. Oh, sensational. We'll drop the mark. Here's a go for young Kleeman. The young gun for Hahndorf. Nykamp. Jack Kleeman, beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Younger players for Hahndorf, Joel Parker Balls, Kleeman setting up Nightcamp.
And some of the others, Pedler, he's had
Yep.
influence and a few good things, kicked the goal. So, yeah, the crop of the young
Next
Magpies
generation coming through.
The club's in good hands.
Oh, you bet.
So going for a 5th consecutive flag.
Oh, he's missed.
He's missed that one, Goldie. You talked him up too much.
BJ will
But,
have to...
an 8th consecutive Courier Cup win.
Just noticed Nightcamp's got a bit of tape around that right knee, Pistol, so maybe not confident at the moment, that leg.
So, Giorgio, kick out, straight down the centre. The target is Greg. Goes to ground under attack there. Here's Riley, he won't give up to the final siren. Ball comes out here to Williams, who's been ultra impressive this afternoon. Ball fed out here. Stafford nurses across the line and finds Cooper Skinner. Kicked a goal in every game he's played this year, J&J. Nurses up the line, finds Charlie Powell, the second gamer. Still eligible for the under-18s. So the Tigers bring us through a lot of juice as well, which is good to see.
Oh, yeah.
Puts it further forward. Carter's a target, but reaching higher than him, his teammate Jimmy Braidwood, and taking a good strong mark in front of the two blonde bombshells in Salt and Hayden.
Just a few comments coming in here. Luke Eduardo's got a few comments about Giorgio, and Richard Clark says watching the game from Queenscliff in Victoria.
Thank you.
And what else we got here? I'll just check them.
So meanwhile, James Davis barrels the camera right over the shoulder of Jimmy Braidwood.
Goal.
Great finish by the big man. But you think all too few now. 11-18 to 9-7.
We'll see what happens.
Sorry, 10-7 now. Tigers with 2 goals this quarter. They were 8-7 coming into it on the Adelaide Hills and Shorts Brokers scoreboard. Just catching up.
Yep, 3-2 final quarter.
So a good game here for the Courier Cup final. Of course, the prize money and trophy to be presented straight after. And of course, our man J will be presenting the coveted Dartfish beanie, which will be in demand here this afternoon, I'd suggest.
Back in the middle, Daniel Roberts wins it against Skinner. Oh, nice work, Troy Parker Bors. Handball to Sam Williams, back to Troy Parker Bors, and then a shepherd by Williams. Kick inside 50, Xander. Nightcamp coming over the top of Tim Jenkin. Here's Zabian Parker Bors on the left. Kick inside 50, Giorgio territory. And it's gone out of bounds. Free kick to the skipper of Lobethal.
Giorgio just getting a bit of advice from the Hahndorf supporters. Of course, you had a chat to him on the park bench.
Yeah, if you want to watch the replay
nice
back.
tranquil setting there. Nice
watch
and
the
calm.
pre-game, me and Giorgio have a bit of a chat.
So the Squid puts it forward. Cooper Skinner, a big lead by well read by Mitch Green.
Oh,
D-Rob. Finally forced to kick on his non-preferred right. Gathered up there by Salt, who's been pretty effective. And precision service across there to a teammate.
Joel Parker Bors.
Joe Parker Bowles.
Slotted in nicely the Hahndorf side this year. So Parker Bors, it's a Joel variety. Kick into the forward pocket area. And Kleeman was around the area. It's gone over his head.
So, I'll tell you what, toughest job in football here this
Jaden's
afternoon.
got to do it.
Jaden Jade. I'm sure whatever he comes up with.
Most effective player on the ground, however you want.
Doesn't necessarily have to be the best, but someone in your opinion who's done the job this afternoon. You could give it to yourself because you've done a wonderful job as always. So, throw in here. Oh, Big D Rod just wrestled Cooper Skinner out the way. Ball deflects out here. Foot race is on. Oh, trying to trap the ball down.
Kleeman.
It's Kleeman.
Hoff.
Success. Here's Hoff. He's been pretty good this afternoon. Oh,
how's that?
Clever kick backwards. That's just vision from nowhere. And finds Nicky Ingram right in front of our commentary spot.
Now, he's the son of Damien Hoff. Is that right?
Yes,
Cooper?
yes, the curator.
Well, he knows how to work his way around the turf. There's no doubt about
Nicky
that.
Ingram really loving this. Just milking up the camera time here, right in front of us.
Right in front of BJ too.
Yeah, so BJ has kicked 2 goals this afternoon. This quarter, in fact. Was that a bit of holding? Oh, Mitch Jenkins, a heavy landing there. Riley gets out to Riley Skinner. Time gets it to Stafford, gives it to Cooper Luke. Holds the ball nicely. Frees up Scobie.
Oh, what's he doing?
What, that one won't be on YouTube. That's a very bad.
That's not a J&J Hill effective stat, I don't think.
He won't be posting that.
Billy Pez. Oh, Roberts went up. Skinner. Kick towards the middle of the ground. Jacob Leake. Oh, Braidwood's down in the middle of the ground. I can't afford the big man to... No, he's all right. No dramas. Here's Gribble. Mark on the wing. Action-packed final term. 5 goals. Plenty of feeling between these two sides. Yeah, Joel. Leake kicks it out. There's a chance for Carter, who's had a bit of a burst in the third term with 3 goals. Since then, the Tigers haven't been able to get at the big spearhead. Half forward line for them now. Here's Joel Leake. Borrows his way out to Joel Parker Bowers. He kicks the ball to half forward line. Back in back, Cooper Skinner. Oh, let it elude him.
It was like paddle ball.
Yeah, paddle ball.
Trying to get it to come back.
Those people are still up on the van there.
Yeah. They can't move because they're probably frozen. I like to
Best
see
seat in the house at
the
the
moment, Jade and Joe. You might be able to give us that. A couple of penguins up there, we might ask them.
Jane. Just one more shot of those.
The crowd up on the hill.
There we go. Look at those.
Look at that.
That is sensational. All rugged up.
I tell you, we haven't had we saw Jasper early, but we haven't had a dogger today. But as I said, we got the penguin of the day. It just sums up the conditions.
It's quite
here,
cold
mate.
now. It's very
rather
sunny.
chilly, and I can tell you on the screen it's probably a lot lighter than it is here. The lights are on.
Kick inside 50
Giorgio,
by Williams.
push out there. Stafford juggling, fumble.
Pedler.
Can he get
On the right.
Oh, that just capped
That'll
off
do
the
it.
second this final term.
That'll do
Sabian Parker bowls.
That'll do it, Pick. There it is. Great work. So, eight Courier Cups in a row for Hahndorf. Ben. 8 in a row for Hahndorf and Courier Cups, and this match had plenty of feeling, Pistols.
Absolutely. Benny?
Do you want to go down there, Jaden? Yep.
Jay will be heading down there to order action.
Oh. I think he came back to the club this year. Just tell it background. So Jaden J. Hill will have a chat to most effective player. Hard to pick, Pistols.
Stay with us. James Davisek, super cameraman, will be covering all the presentations here. I'd be interested to see who shakes hands and who doesn't. That, some little bit of fireworks in the last term, which certainly, warmed things up in these chilly conditions, Benny. But overall, great game of footy. Hahndorf led by 14 points at quarter time, 13 points at half time, then 4 points at three-quarter time after a big third quarter, as you said, by Lobethal, particularly Mitch Carter. But then Hahndorf just too strong and like a good champion, mate. Rallied in the final term, 4 goals to 2 to run out winners 12-18 to 9-7. So 8 for Courier Cup
In a row.
Yeah, and 14 now overall.
14 Courier Cups.
Yep, so
Jaden.
so Jaden J.
Got to get him in there.
Yep.
So you want me to...
Get him to hold the mic. So Mark Yench, the Hills Football League, getting involved there. Billy Pesamolis representing the Courier. As looks like the Little Leaguers in the background, Goldie, we might be working overtime here tonight, doing the under 10s or whatever it is. Looks like Onka Valley doggies there. Yep. So the two teams coming together for the presentation of the Courier Cup.
Mark Yench involved.
Sounds like we're going to have some audio down there, so just bear with us.
Rightio.
Very professional.
Okay, on behalf of the HFL, I'd like to congratulate Hahndorf and Lobie on a great contest this afternoon. No doubt it won't be the last time you two teams meet this year. There'll be a couple of times coming up without a doubt, but certainly a great contest. today Hahndorf got the chocolates in the end. And on behalf of the courier, Billy Piss is here to present a cheque, and I got the cup to Sammy Williams or Matty if he's out the back. I will.
Thank you for the courier for putting along this cup. Well done to our boys, great fighting. Sure we'll see you guys Lobie in finals. Good luck the rest of the season, hopefully injury free. Thank you.
Well,
There we go, straight to the point.
You're talking about the ultimate Thodo bomb there, Goldies. The Hahndorf under 10s or whatever just ran straight through the middle of the presentation. The little fellas, but Hahndorf, as I said, what a great football team they are, and still have been and still are winning the Kurika 8 successive years now.
Jaden's going to have a chat.
And Jaden J will have the most effective player on the ground. Great man, Jaden J.
You know who he's looking for?
Doing his good work. He said there, it looks like could have been during the fourth term as he got in there amongst the action. So without further ado, most effective. Who's going to get the beanie? Jaden J will take us through it.
Cool, here with Joel Parker Bowles. Well done, mate. Congratulations on the win. What did you think of the game?
It was obviously a tough hit out always against Lobie. One of my best mates plays for Lobie Kubaluk, so we've been talking about it for many weeks now. But yeah, we thought we had him at half time. We needed to start well in the third quarter and we didn't. But then obviously we just had the legs in the last.
Yep. Well, congrats to mate. Here's a beanie. Well done. So most effective player. So just take us through the start. Obviously kicked the first 2 goals and up and about. What was the boys feeling like at quarter time?
Yeah, well, quarter time we almost never been happier with the start. Well, we did probably let them come back a little bit towards the last sort of 10 minutes of the first quarter. But yeah, to have Kuberhoff kick both of the first goals, there's not a better way to get the team up and about than that in the first 3 minutes.
And just on Kuberhoff and Kuber Nykamp as well and other players up forward, just take us through the forward line and how good it is to deliver the ball to those quality players.
Like, so many times in the game I look up and I'll be honest, I try and find my younger brother Xavier, but when I see 6 blokes that I could kick to and I trust, then it makes it really hard for me to only find him.
And how is it playing with your brothers Xavier and Troy? Just take us through, in the morning and everything before the game, and how is it playing with them?
Yeah, I've never had more fun playing footy in my life. It's the first time that we've all 3 of us have played together. So I've been lucky. I've played up with Troy growing up, and then Zabin's come up and played with me, but never all together. And like I said, I've never enjoyed footy more.
That's good to hear. So what's the plan for the rest of the year, mate? Obviously only losing that 1 game to Blackwood, and now you're on a quite good run. Just take us through what the end goal is. The end of the year, obviously win the flag, but just take us through how you're going to go for the second half of the season.
Yeah, well now obviously that was the one we were probably the most worried about, but now that we've knocked off Lobie twice, it should be fairly cruisy for us from here. We just got to make sure that we don't have another Blackwood upset, something like that.
And so just one last question. Not sure if you knew this, but it was 47 games straight you guys have won here. Just take us through. You've obviously made it as a fortress. Just take us through how you like playing here, and obviously making it 48 straight today.
Yeah. So partly I know that because Troy, my brother, he's actually never lost a game for Hahndorf until earlier this year against Blackwood. And for me coming back and playing this year, and now I've lost a game, I'm a bit worried that he partly blames me for that because he went undefeated with Xavier last year.
Yeah, right, that's classic. Yeah, right, unreal. So, well done, mate. And so, obviously, just try and keep going as you're going. And obviously, good luck for the rest of the year, mate. Well done.
Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.
Nice work there, as always, Benny, by our man Jaden J. Hill. And, as I said, all-round team effort, but most effective. We've got to remember that award for Joel Parker Bowles.
Got me, Tommy? Yep, no dramas. Just the brothers here, Pistols. So today we had 3 Parker Bowlers. We had 2 Xanders. We had 2 leaks, I think.
Nah, neither one.
1 leak. Yep. We got 2 Hopgoods. Sometimes we have 3 Robertses.
There's a couple of Clements.
Yeah.
So It's Family Feud down here.
Unbelievable stuff.
And our
Great work, Jaden.
Oh, thank
here
you.
he is, just back. Take us through what's the conditions like down there. A little bit chilly, Jaden?
Very cold, yes, very cold down there, and yes, he'll be very happy with the beanie, Joel. So,
Wow.
but how's that stat though? So, Troy had lost a game for Hahndorf before the Blackwood game,
Is that right?
and he blames Joel because Joel was playing in it. So,
There's some.
how about that for a
There's
stat?
some Hahndorf players that haven't lost a grand final.
Yeah,
No.
well, that's right, through the juniors experience, and then in the seniors, as I said, they're going for their fifth.
Robert Shearwood, the great man, tuned in. He said, "Great call, boys. Thanks, Rob."
On your Rob.
Rob, the postman of the year
Good work.
down there at
And don't forget, if you're tuned into Lofty 88.9 Adelaide Hills Community Radio with Altitude, coming up at 5 is Rob. Steve, and he's going to bring you some serious disco and funk tonight. So
Oh,
that'll
I
be
might
great.
tune in on the
5
way
to
home.
6 for the drive home. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Well, we thought it'd be a great game, and why not? We had the top two sides level on points coming in, and it turned out good contest. Nothing in it. I thought Lobethal, they got within the 4 points at three-quarter time, but just like the champions they are, Hahndorf, they just rally. They weren't on the mat, but they might have been a little bit on the ropes, but they just rallied, and a couple of days early.
A couple more comments coming in here. Pistols. Rob Wild doing a great call, guys. Wildy in Windora in Queensland.
Oh, Windora.
Ricky Butterworth making a comment there with Luca Eduardo. He's saying, here we go. Uradler getting up against the Roos.
They did get up, righto.
Okay. And Matt Menzel, great win, Hahndorf, watching from Southern Cross Station in Melbourne. Sensational. Everyone's listening everywhere.
There's someone telling him there's a train strike. Well, that's Sydney. It's probably, when's that train come? He's watched the whole game because the train had right. Thank you very much, everyone, for taking part and enjoying the call. While we certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. We continue the news. Blackwood Football Club have defeated the Raiders. Yep. Persistent Raiders, 11-21 to the Raiders. 10-9, so I suppose if they kick straight, Jaden Joe.
Yeah.
What's that, 32 shots of 19, but they got the chocolates. I haven't got the actual score, but I believe Nan Bremer have been defeated by Mount Lofty.
Right.
So that opens up that fifth spot, and as you said, you're right, they're getting over top of Mount Barker, so the Demons will move into third spot, Jaden.
Yeah, and Achunga has defeated, I'm not sure the exact score either, but have defeated Onkaparinga by about 4 goal.
Okay,
I think
so Chunga and Blackwood would move ahead of Nan.
I think so.
Fantastic.
Next game, what are we doing after the...
next game, because no call to old next
country
week because we've got the
next
country championships in Wyalla, but we'll be heading back out the country for a very important game at Gummaraka, Jaden J. Gummaraka and Ironbank.
Oh, that's really a cracker.
Yeah,
Should be a
two
good
top three, top four sides, so a lot of interest in the country division. I think the top four sides, not a lot between them, so anyone's ball game. Kangaroo on top at the moment, but Gummaraka have twice beaten Kangaroo this season, Jaden. So
Yeah, so should be an interesting game.
So we've got to thank our sponsors today, as always, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive and Dartfish, and our Hills Football League sponsors, Police Credit Union West and Sports Power Sharon, the Courier newspaper, who of course sponsored today's Courier Cup, Rossdale Homes, MAC and Closey Supermarkets, and for Hahndorf, their club sponsors today, Harcourt Adelaide Hills, Rossdale Homes, Hagen Menzel Contractors, Hogan Insurance Solutions, of course Adelaide Hills Insurance Brokers for the scoreboard sponsorship, and for the Lobethal Tigers, Closey Supermarkets, Thomas Foods International, GE Hughes Constructions, Lot 100 Mismatch Brewing, Lone Co Financial Services, Kleeman Funeral and Quick Copy. So we thank all of them for their support of community football here in the Adelaide Hills. And don't forget the Tigers, they were brave today, but they'll be a little bit disappointed, but they'll have a pretty enjoyable night tonight with their Hall of Fame dinner. Yep. So looking forward to that. And also on the 23rd, Benny, they're having a Premiership Reunion Past Players Day when they take on your Raiders, so that'll be a big game. And A-grade premierships, as we said, 2002, 1962, 1952, and also way back in 1927. Jaden?
Yeah, right.
Don't know how many
Jaden
of those
knew
blokes will be there. And a C-grade 1992 and Senior Colts 1972. So all the twos are being celebrated. So 1927, so I suppose there's a 2 in that there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, once again, thank you very much to the great man Tommy Hill. So his fantastic production makes us look good every week. I don't know how he does. He must come up with new ideas every week to improve on something that you can't improve on, but he does it. So thank you very much to him. And also James Davis back today behind the leg.
He got a lot of compliments today on
and bringing us those fantastic pictures of not only the game but the scenery, the people on top of the it's great community football is best. So to James,
fantastic.
Thank you very much. A picture speaks 1,000 words, as we know. So well done, big fella. No doubt he'll be looking to get in there in the warmth and warm up. The fingers might have dropped off. All right, Jaden J, once again, great work by you. You can have next week off.
But, cheers, thanks, Pistols.
We don't expect you to do nothing because we've got some stats for the following week.
Ironbank Gunneracka.
Yes, no worries.
Stats, you'll dig them
Don't
out.
worry, I had at work, no worries.
And also to you, Benny, thanks once again
terrific.
for a call. You'll be pretty secretly happy being the unofficial number one ticket holder here. But if there's a win, it's good. But some disappointing news. We just hope everything's all right with the great man Scott Perling because
I think he'll be right. Hamstring,
right, the hamstring
tightness.
Did he used to do his hamstring when he was covering for you when you were that much
when I was
down
the
doubles
ruckman.
combination?
When I was the
tennis,
ruckman
little
in
hand,
under 10. No.
and the gold shorts.
There he is there, actually,
There
coming
he is
on,
there.
going to full forward.
All right. Thank you for joining us. As I said, here on the Call of the Wild. Once again, we'll be back in a fortnight's time, bring you the best of Hills football. So until we meet again, and don't forget if you're in Adelaide Hills, keep up with all the what's happening in the footy on 88.9 FM in the Huddle on Wednesday nights. But until we catch you on the Call of the Wild, this is Jeff Pistola signing off on behalf of the team. And whatever you do, keep chasing your goals. Bye for now.
I got my scarf, got my old coat. I got a 40 game to go to. 40's on, 40's here again. Back to greet me like an old friend. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. I'll meet a friend outside the ground. We'll argue over who's gonna win. He'll go for his team, I for mine. We'll watch him slug it out right to the end. And show me the crowd and I'll take my place. I'm hungry for the taste of it. Well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what football means to me. That's how I like my footy to be. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about. I got a long road to walk down to catch a tram to my favorite ground. Use my legs, use my voice, make some noise, support the boys, and that's I've got my old coat. I got a footy game to go to. Footy's on, footy's here again. Back to greet me like an old friend. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. I'll meet a friend outside the ground. We'll argue over who's gonna win. He'll go for his team, I for mine. We'll watch him slug it out right to the end. And show me the crowd and I'll take my place. I'm hungry for the taste of it. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what football means to me. That's how I like my footy to be. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about I got a long road to walk down to catch a tram to my favorite ground. Use my legs, use my voice, make some noise, support the boys. And that's what football means to me. That's how I like my footy to be. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. That's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football.
G'day, the Lobethal Football Club. You're here watching the best of the Hills football.
Hi, this is Matt Golding from the Hahndorf Football Club, and you're watching the best of the Hills footy.